Können Sie hörst mich, meine Freunde? Oh shit, here we go. Did we get a raid?
Did we?
I don't know. Why are we suddenly have 263 people watching now?
Because they're interested in TILFs.
Ja, wir können Sie hören. Dankeschön. Well, here we are, chat. I told you. I didn't lie. Nathaniel's a fucking Giga Chad and was able to press the button right on time.
As fast as I can.
And we are... What the fuck is a TILF? Oh, boy. Boy.
You'll find out.
You're ready. You'll find out. You'll find out. So, welcome, guys. This is our D&D campaign. We are on session 6. We are slowly making our way towards the grand line. Yes, this is a One Piece inspired campaign. If you don't like that, I apologize. But we are all individually so different than One Piece that we have a bunch of character and a bunch of charm in every character. We are all voice actors. We are all putting on performances. We are doing a lot of RP, but there's also a lot of mechanics involved because this is a pirate campaign. We have a lot of charts and graphs and things like that we can use to manage our materials effectively. And if you've never been to a D&D stream before, hi, welcome. Thank you for coming. You are awesome. And the experience you're about to go on is doubly so because it is a group storytelling, emergent storytelling type of game. So I can pretty much do whatever I want within reason. The DM can tell me if I can or not. But Nikki, you're gonna have a great time. This is gonna be great. It may be a little hard to grasp at first, but if you give it like an hour, you'll understand pretty much what happens and how things work. You basically decide to do something, tell the DM how you're gonna do it, and then they have you go through a gamified scenario that will help you accomplish that. But why do you want to listen to me tell you when we can just go to the DM and have him tell you?
All right. Let's go.
All right, let's go say hi to the DM and the table.
I
Connoisseur, I see. Without feeling gross.
I think we're here, guys.
Hello. We're having eggs talk. Wait a minute, go back.
No, it's D&D time.
Wait, we haven't had the eggs yet.
Guys, hello. Hello, and welcome to Pirate Trouble, our pirate-themed... why does it always happen like this?
I don't know.
One Piece-inspired D&D campaign. My name is Ruben, your admiral for the evening. In just a few minutes, we'll hop into section 6
admiral now.
Of the campaign. The crew has arrived in the Grand Line, the path to the greatest treasure in the world, and the start of our campaign's true adventure. What strange and unusual places await the party? If you weren't here last week, the VOD is on YouTube and a written recap is available in the chat. In case you missed it, the party leveled up to level 4. Congratulations.
Yeah.
Yes.
Tonight's warm-up question for the players. On the theme of exploration, if your character existed in the real world, to where would they travel?
Oh, wow.
Let's start with Myrtle, played by Nathaniel.
I don't know why this is the first thing popping up into my head, but I think because of Finding Nemo Australia.
Australia! Let's go!
Yeah, that's literally the only thing popping into my head is Turtle, Nemo.
Fair enough, fair enough.
Hey, Australia's a cool
P. Sherman,
place.
42 Wallaby Way City.
Oh my god. Excellent. Takai, played by Ryan. Where would Takai go?
Oh God. You know what? Like, I actually said this in character as him last session, but his whole thing is wanting to see where the horizon goes. So I'm gonna say like you'd probably take a road trip in the American like Midwest. You know, those long sections of like Route 66. Where
Yeah.
It's like super flat.
With the corn?
Yeah.
No, that's a Midwest. Like with the super flat Monument Valley.
Yeah. Monument Valley, like
super flat.
The plains of the breadbasket, just like where the sky goes on forever.
That's cool. How very Dubuque of you.
I just choked on water.
Well, don't do that.
Sorry, hairball.
Yeah, he'd probably hop in a car, get some snacks, and just go like road trip.
Razim, played by James.
Hi.
Hi.
Hello.
What's up, James?
How's it going, James?
I'm just hanging in there. We jamming.
Where would Razim go?
Where would Razim go?
Disneyland.
Hey,
Disneyland. Okay.
Disney World.
That tracks.
Yeah.
Cool. Monty, played by Riley.
So actually, because I use Monty as an OC in a story I have with our artist Julian Rush. So in a modern world, Monty works at a Starbucks. And I think that he would, I think that he would like travel to California a lot. He lives in Canada in this real world scenario, but likes to go to California. That's where his mom lives.
Interesting. Can Monty in this modern AU speak?
No, he actually is a translator for bands and music performances.
Oh.
Oh,
he
that's
rock-
cool.
Does he rock out while he's signing like that
Oh,
one
of
person?
course. He fucking goes nuts.
Awesome. Cool. Canis, played by Mr. Jonas Scott himself.
I feel like Canis would like the Scottish Highlands.
Ooh, yeah.
Who would like
yeah.
hike the Scottish
Oh,
Highlands.
yeah.
That's a very aesthetic, and maybe even like some like northern Norse countries with the fjords and stuff like that. Yeah, I feel like that's where he would want to retire.
I could totally see that.
Yep. Well, homesteading.
Sunny, played by Corey.
I think Sunny's also would be Australia, to be honest, because as we may
Wow.
or may not know, Australia is the original prison.
Yeah.
God.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
It's an original prison continent. They said, you're too bad for here, fuck off to Australia. So I think he would go to Australia.
For the mere fact that historically it was a prison.
It was like the biggest prison. Like, oh man, everyone here is related to criminals. That's so cool.
I'm sure Australians would love to be regarded as.
I never said that Sunny was smart.
I was about to say.
I think historically we've seen none of my characters are smart.
We're gonna change that +1 to a -1.
Only if
going
you give
along-
it back to me in strength. What I lose in brains, I get swole.
I get him bronze.
Going
Alright.
along with the not smart, I thought that Alcatraz was in Australia. I was
I
about to say, oh
fucking
my
hate
god.
you.
Riley Rogers. Oh my god.
Oh my
Not
god.
even surprised at
I'm not either.
Riley Kennedy Davenport Rogers.
Not even surprised.
Freya, played by Courtney.
Hi,
Hi, how's it going,
Mm.
Courtney?
I'm hanging in there as best as I can.
I still think you have one of the coolest character designs.
I do
Oh,
too.
thank you.
Yes.
He's adorable.
So cute.
Thanks. Oh man, if Freya were real, gosh, she would. I don't really know where she would live, but she would have the coolest little house, filled with things that she loves, and she would absolutely like. She would stream and she would stream.
What kind of stuff does Freya stream?
Final Fantasy and Devil May Cry.
Final Fantasy.
Oh my god.
There's an interesting overlap between
Wonder, it's
Freya
almost
and
like
Coco.
your
Coco.
VTuber
Yes.
is the
Yeah, this
character
is-
you're playing in the D&D campaign.
Also, she also happens to be the name and the design of my VTuber. Freya.
What? I
That's so happy.
Wow.
never would have never
Wait,
realized that.
wait, is she a dragon?
Yeah.
Dragon D's nut. Pew, 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 pew.
The only
Hey,
person.
suddenly I have to go.
The only person playing a pirate in this campaign, McCleary, played by Chad.
I think there's only one answer for that. The Caribbean.
Oh, okay.
Hey. God, you're so pirate it hurts. I love it.
It just so happens.
Excellent.
Yes.
Any particular islands of your favorite island?
I don't know. Is this modern? You're speaking modern?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like-
yeah.
Maybe the Bahamas. Or-
Okay.
Yeah, I could see McCleary in the Bahamas. That's classic pirate shit.
Yeah.
He goes to the Bahamas like, I'm ready to, have
I'm
a
ready.
fight.
Let's go.
It's like, we have your sauna here.
Your drinks are ready, sir.
Right. Cool. Okay. I think, oh yes. Before I forget, let me thank our contributors as always to our campaign. The aforementioned Julian Rush for the player character art, Viera and Squaffle for some of the NPC art tonight, Moo Crush for the campaign logo and the Twitch layout, Nathaniel for running the stream, and Jonah for hosting the stream. With that, let's get started. When last we left our heroes, we were just in the aftermath of the encounter with Captain Achilles of the Navy and the capture of your former captain on the ship, Captain Shades. In that aftermath, you decided to elect Canis as the new captain of the ship and McCleary as the first mate. You learned that Jet, who is the first mate of Pitch, the captain of the Pitch Black Pirates, is a Satyrian, and a Satyrian with black wings. You were facing a 7-day trip to Reverse Mountain, the gateway to the Grand Line. This is the current around the equator of the planet that is said to lead to the greatest treasure in the world. But to make that initial journey, you needed supplies for food, water, basic stuff. Y'all like barely scraped by getting back into Black Bay to get what you needed, expending a great deal of your gold in the process. Freya's efforts to cry her way into a better deal, unfortunately, it fell on deaf ears, though it was a very fair attempt. You had better luck leaving the very dangerous area and then set course for Reverse Mountain. You saw a sky whale in the process. You discovered a kitten, a cat, an orange cat, among driftwood on the way there, and brought the cat on the ship, and generally had a fairly easy time until you got to Reverse Mountain. Reverse Mountain is the place on the planet where all 4 currents of the 4 different seas meet. It is embedded within the Red Line, which is this massive continent that cuts the world in half from north-south, where the Grand Line is east-west. You very carefully managed to go up and up and up until you hit the very top of Reverse Mountain, and then you fell all the way back down, right on the right path eastward into Paradise, which is the first half of the Grand Line. Let me make sure I have the map. I have to refresh here. So let's see. Before we get kind of back to unpause, where is everyone positioned on the ship? And we don't have to have like the actual ship map up. This is more, theater of the mind. Where are you stationed as you're dealing with this massive, incredibly fast-paced, sloping descent now into the Grand Line proper?
So, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
So is the cat like officially ours now? Like, are we keeping the cat?
The cat's out of the bag now, so.
I mean, the cat
Damn
is
it!
ours.
Zing!
Yes, it pretty much
Okay.
is.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yes.
So it is. I've tucked it in one of my pockets, my many pockets, because they're fairly large pockets. So protecting it in some way.
Are those
And-
pockets bigger than they are on the inside?
The ones like near the hips are larger than
Knock
the
it off, you
ones.
filthy Hoovian.
Fucking Hoovian.
There's at least one that's large enough
Go
to hold the
Sonic,
cat.
screw your drive yourself.
There's at least one that's large enough to. At least ones in my cloak are large enough to hold cat. Anyway,
Cat-sized. Got it.
Yes.
Anyway, So I'm protecting the cat, and I'm kind of near where like all the quarters are, so that way there's like a good amount of like stability, because I'm still not the biggest fan of the fucking ocean. So.
Fantastic. And how about the rest of the crew?
I would imagine that Canis, being the first mate, is moving...
You're the captain, lad.
Oh, the captain, rather, is moving his belongings from him and McCleary's area to like the captain's quarters over the course of several days, because he's, I guess, got more stuff. So I guess he's just patrolling, and he keeps to himself until he's needed.
Great.
This is like after we settled in, or was this just the immediate as we were going down?
This is the immediate going down. I'm curious where folks are.
Oh,
Okay.
shit. Okay, fucking, yeah. At that point, I was lashing myself to the mast. Actually doing real things. Yeah, I was lashing myself to the mast and holding fast on my ship because I'm the captain and I cannot, like, this is my ship now. Sir, you are the captain. So this is a Wendy's. Okay. Yeah, I lashed myself to the main mast and ride the waves, baby.
Nice.
Ride the
I like this
waves.
music.
I am at the helming the ship.
As one does. Great.
That is all.
I think for Monty, he went like right up to like the front of the ship, kind of like when you go on like a roller coaster ride and you want to get in the front. Monty did that, and then at some point was like, "Oh, this is a bad spot."
That's actually really funny, Riley, because Takai did the same thing, but never had.
Oh, this is a bad spot.
But never had the "this is a bad spot" moment.
Okay.
I think, oddly enough, Razim probably went back to his room to take a nap.
In the middle of all this.
Wow.
Yeah.
Everything's calmed down. He goes, "Oh yeah, cool, more water. Time to sleep."
Not like I've seen something this wild before or anything.
Yeah. He's strangely like not. He's strangely calm enough to take a nap in this scenario, which I don't know. I just feel like that's what he would do.
Sink, wake me up.
Mhm.
No, I'm sure if someone says we need you for X, Y, or Z, he would come out. But like, you know, if no one says anything to him, he's just gonna go like relax.
As soon as he
He's like a
closes the door, "Hey, Razim, we need you up to."
I think he leaves little Z out though, so little Z's still out there, chilling.
Is Lil Z little or is he Razim sized?
Ooh, let's make him Razim size. Yes.
No, that's terrifying.
No.
He's
I mean-
also up at the front, trying to squish between Monty and Takai.
No.
In like a very, like I am purposely little brother, like trying to get on your nerves.
Oh
right
my
now.
god!
Monty's like
He's a-
hyperventilating.
He's Chopper!
Ruben, this is amazing.
Yeah, he's Chopper.
Ruben, this
He's
is a war
our
crime.
We have just got. Yeah, you gotta hold your
First of
insult
many.
for
War crime. Yep.
The first of many.
Where is Sunny? Did we say where Sunny is?
I think if everything sort of calmed down, he would probably climb on top of the crow's nest because it's got a fancy roof and shit now. He'll climb on top of it to get a better view of everything.
Now,
because it's all new and cool.
the ship is sliding down at rapid pace. So how
Oh
are
well,
you...
nah, fuck that. Nope, actually, only if it's calm. If it's all still rocky and shit. When we were going up, he was trying to like tie everything down. So he's probably just holding on for dear life if everything's still like, whoa.
Love it. So as mentioned before, there are no obstacles as actually, did we get everyone? Did I skip anyone? Myrtle.
Yes. So as he's going down this whole thing, I think he's using his big old hammer-like object to kind of hold onto the mast with one hand, and kind of like in Treasure Planet, the whole like woohoo thing, like right at the edge of it. Like
Yes.
this is the first action this old man has seen in a long time. He's loving this.
There's wind blowing through his turtle hair.
I'm still
Excellent.
here as playing in the background.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
Always.
Love it. And how tall is Myrtle?
He's more stouty than anything. He's about 6'2".
Okay.
Oh shit, he's taller than I thought.
He's a big boy.
He's tall.
Yeah.
Look, Nathaniel's never gonna play.
You're right.
It's just never happening. I'm sorry. Excellent. So as the ship is rocketing down, it's like sloping down almost as if it's on like a boat-sized water slide. That's like it's a fairly nice angle, but it is fast because you are rocketing down from the jump up on the front end. However, the ship is starting to drift to the left a little bit, and the edges of the strait here is still part of the red line. It is wall. You're moving at such a speed that were you to hit it, let's just say it probably wouldn't be a lot of fun. Who's at the helm? McCleary?
Yes.
What does it look like as you're trying to course correct here and straighten yourself out?
I think I'm just fighting with the rudder as best I can to not hit the wall while, keeping us straight, trying to give it like leeway, but you got to try to maintain, but you can't oversteer, but you can't understeer.
Nice.
He's got like a Titan's grip. His knuckles are white on the wheel.
What skill do you think you're employing here? I'll let you decide.
Oh God.
Is there water vehicles thing?
This definitely applies. This is how well you're managing to pilot the ship for sure.
Right.
Would acrobat? No, I don't know. It's not very acrobatic. It's not like maybe sleight of hand, but it's not.
It could be a dexterity check that we add
Just a dexterity check.
your proficiency modifier to. Yeah.
That would work. Okay. Oh God, I hope I don't wreck the ship.
Please don't.
Don't wreck the ship. Don't wreck the ship.
I can
Don't
only
wreck
save
the
so many
ship.
people if we go under.
Did you use that inspiration I gave you last time?
I did not.
Cool. So then you've still got that. It's
And
the
some of you have blessed
D6.
still.
I
By
still
the
have
way.
that too. Yes.
True.
Someone
I
suggesting
rolled a 19.
intimidation in the chat. I love that.
You're gonna.
Hey, I mean that's what Jesus did.
If it works for Jesus, it's not work for us.
Jesus intimidated the boat.
What the fuck?
Okay, wait a minute. A D6 is what you gave me,
Yes.
Corey?
Mhm.
Okay, so that puts it to 10, and then a D4.
Oh my god.
Yeah, and a D4, an additional D4.
Oh my
You're
God,
gonna
is
get
right.
out.
Oh my God. 12.
Okay.
God
Oh,
damn it.
shit.
That's the DC.
Oh,
Oh my god.
Shit.
That was close.
Fuck.
So I think what happens is the ship, the yet unnamed ship, you're fighting the wheel as because it's you can't just move it. It's partially locked given the momentum that the ship has, and you're getting dangerously close to the left side of the red line, close enough where you can see like the different elements of the rock. Like you can see the indentations of
Wait.
maybe where other ships have crashed at this point. You can see the kind of like it almost has like a volcanic rock look to it, almost, but painted red. Although it isn't painted, it is a red rock. And the wind is like whipping past you. Even with your bald hair, you can still feel it. And you're just able to hold it off from fully colliding. You get maybe like a tiny bit of itty bitty scratch cosmetic as the ship kind of ends the little slide area and slowly shifts forward into a little more calmer section of the water. The ship has a little bit of momentum from that drop, but you've been able to kind of keep the ship now a little more controlled, and you can get a sense of you can get your bearings about where you are now in the Grand Line. I described this earlier as an incredibly blue sea. The sun is shining down on you. There's oranges and yellows in the sky. It is, I think, probably in the middle of the day, so the sun is almost directly above you. It's a beautiful start to your adventure. On your right side, you see a lighthouse. Let me actually move the map here. This is not exactly what it looks like, but it's what the thing came up with. So there we go.
Aw.
And to your left is just kind of more of the red line. So this is like a little outcropping of rock in front of that path. There's like a little garden in front of it. It seems to be well kept. It is in the daytime right now, so it's not shining anything at this moment. And there's like a little space where you could sort of park the ship if you needed. There's no ship in front of it currently. Whoever, if it is lived in, there's no person who has any boats or anything. But you're now in the Grand Line. I'm curious. Just let me start with McCleary. McCleary, you've been here before.
Yes.
And did not last very long. What are you thinking? What's the expression on your face as the camera pans in after you've survived the descent from Reverse Mountain?
He sort of collapses like over the wheel a little bit and just he's really just taken aback that they made it because he thought that they probably were just gonna die. And then he smiles to himself and feels just, sort of alive, sort of invigorated. But then he tries not to show it, like if anyone's looking, it's like, oh yep, just back at the wheel, everything's good. That's worked according to exactly how it was supposed to, and there was never going to be anything other than that.
Mm-hmm.
Are there any other ships that went down while we were going down the Giga slide?
No. You don't see any behind you. You are still kind of in that spot where if a larger ship was going down, they would crash right into you because you're still kind of like in front of it.
Okay.
But no, there's no ships immediately behind you. You guys would know, is certainly McCleary, Myrtle, and Canis, that most attempts to get into the Grand Line fail at this first stop. They fail mostly in the way going up because the ships will collide with the gates that have the runic inscriptions, and then a few will probably get crash going down, maybe thinking that they have done it, so they're not paying attention anymore, as you almost did at the end there. But that kind of is the big filter of maybe 75% of attempts to get into the Grand Line. So there's not anyone immediately behind you, at least in this section. Now, this path comes from the South Blue and the East Blue. So there's two seas that would spit out into the opening of the Grand Line. You can't access this area from the north or the west, given the way that the thing is designed. But no, currently there's no ships behind you. You have at least a little bit of time kind of on your own. You do see now, who has the high, I should probably write this down. Who is the highest passive perception among the group?
Not me.
I don't think I have good.
Mine is a 13, if anyone has higher
I have
than
a 14.
I have
Oh.
a 14.
I have
I'm
a
at 12, so definitely not.
I have a
McCleary and Sunny.
I don't even know where to find my passive percent. Oh, it's 11.
It
never
is
mind.
on the left.
All good. So McCleary and Sunny, you see an individual walk out of the kind of the door at the bottom of the lighthouse, as is tending to a garden of. It's hard to tell here what kind of plant it is, but it's a red plant. an older individual. You're a little bit ways out, so you can't see any fine details, but they have crimson red skin, sunlit yellow hair. You probably would have to get closer to get any kind of better assessment of them. What are y'all doing?
Well, I think we've went through enough of an ordeal. Should we get at least a little bit of sleep without worrying, or continue onward?
Well, I've.
Yeah, the captain?
Does he look? I don't want to say friendly because that's not. Does he look? Is there any signs of combat or anything around the lighthouse?
I don't think you have to roll for that. I think there is no signs of combat or anything of that nature. There's no weapons, there's no cannons or anything. This is a lighthouse and a little plot of land for whoever lives here to tend to. Perhaps they have crops there that they can grow, or perhaps they have the ability to make whatever they need for food.
Mm-hmm.
But no, there's no signs of any. There's no
fucking sus.
Smoke, or not smoke, but soot on the lighthouse. There's no signs of any kind of blood or anything creepy. It is just a lighthouse, and a very well kept one. It does look like it is on the newer side. It doesn't appear like the stone is old and cracking. It seems newer, or at least very, very well kept. The marble that creates it, the stone that creates it, is very bright white. Would definitely reflect off any lights in the evening. And remember, it is a lighthouse next to a giant, like, continent-sized wall, basically, in the middle of the planet. So it's people probably want to make sure that they don't crash into it. But yeah, no, they don't. I mean, again, you're a football field or two away. You're on a ship, and they're on the land. They don't have any swords on them, as far as you can tell. There's only so much you can tell from the ship.
Okay. I say to McCleary, pull us into that lighthouse.
You got it, Captain. I do that.
Okay.
I take us over there.
Great. So you the water here, because you're now in the Grand Line, is certainly deep enough where you can get pretty close before you would need to drop anchor. Probably can't go right up to the land, but it's canoe distance. Not canoe distance. What's the name of the smaller ship?
Rowboat.
Rowboat. Thank you. Rowboat distance certainly.
It's the boat that you row.
Dinghy distance.
Dinghy distance.
Dinghy distance. The DDs.
DD. It's D&D.
It's dinghies and distances.
Dinghies and distances. There we go.
Guys, I have name of the ship.
Excellent.
The dinghy.
The dinghies and distances.
Now that you're much closer, you can see that this is a fire genasi.
Oh, okay. How do I know that?
They have a cane that they're walking with, and I think Myrtle would certainly recognize this. It is some kind of like glass-like material, if not glass.
Okay.
And
Do he look like a bitch?
Within the cane, within the walking cane, there appears to be like a living flame, as if the cane was like some kind of lava lamp, except it's bubbles of fire drifting.
Oh no, I love this too much.
This is great. This is neat. Okay. I find a slip for the boat, and I don't know what. See, these are the gaps in like my fiction references that I don't have. Like, what do you do when you're pulling a boat in? Do I go get the gangplank? Is there a gangplank?
I don't think you're close enough to get a gangplank to the land, and the land is definitely at a lower elevation than the ship edge.
Right.
So you would need to I think you would probably have to get like 50 feet within close enough before the boat would actually aground, and then you would get on a rowboat and go the short distance.
Oh, so there is no room for the main for our galleon. Okay, so we have to have.
Okay. It kind of slopes down, kind of like the picture.
beach a rowboat.
Okay. Yeah. So I guess we drop anchor about 50 feet from the shore.
Okay.
If the seafloor allows that, and
Sure.
then I tell I tell Monty and Sunny to lower the rowboats.
Go do that.
Excellent.
Sploosh.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
No, that was to Jonah for the sound effect.
No, it has to be that Wind Waker guy sound effect.
Oh my god.
Ah,
Yeah.
thank you.
No, the guy with the cannon game.
Oh yeah.
And he goes,
Okay. So who's getting in the rowboat?
I am.
Okay.
And I'll
I am.
take the other one.
Okay. Great. So you guys row over
Goodbye to you
50
guys.
feet over to the edge of the. Y'all can see this. It's not far. It's the visibility here is pretty fine. It's very nice actually. You get off the rowboats, and the individual is tending to what you can now tell is a garden of of fire lilies,
Aw.
along with some other plants next to it that are more sustenance based.
Now, are they special fire lilies? Like, do they do anything like fiery?
It's going to be hard to tell from the boat.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we gotta get up there.
As you, well, actually, you tell me. Are you kind of staying your distance? Are you approaching?
Oh, we're approaching.
Yeah,
I'm the alien
we're
guy.
rolling the damn
Cool.
things.
Question: Did everyone go aboard? Like,
Yeah, who's staying on the boat?
I'll stay on the
Moose,
ship.
Moose,
Okay.
you
I
stay
know,
on the
that'd be a good
boat.
idea.
Watch it. Make sure no one scratches it. All right.
I'll stay on the
Monty is
boat.
gonna hold on to Moosh.
Okay.
Takai is coming with.
Okay.
I want to go.
Okay, so
Maybe
everyone
lower the
but
boats. I'm getting in a boat.
I'm coming too.
Yeah, everyone but
McCleary and Mon-
Can
Razim.
everyone
We're
swim?
taking care
Can't
of
say
the
any names. McCleary and Razim are staying. Everyone else is going. correct?
okay, there's one situation that we probably have to resolve, and that's communication eventually.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
splitting the party communication, because I don't know how we're gonna do that. But Monty would probably be able to do something, but
Sunny can also
Oh.
cast message.
okay. We should probably look at about like magic walkie-talkies or something soon.
We are the magic walkie-talkies.
Right, but what if one of you dies or something?
That's not gonna
Wow.
Well, I mean, that's
You're
kind of
a
a last.
child.
Then you
Don't
replace
Don't
the
put
batteries,
that energy out
Jonah.
there.
You
Okay,
replace the
alright,
batteries,
alright.
obviously.
Canis straightens himself up and kind of like tries to meet the man at the shore if
Sure.
he lets him.
He pushes himself up with the cane, and now as you approach him, you see again crimson red skin, sunlit yellow hair, and there's like a weariness around the eyes, but also like a very sharp focus that seems to defy his age. He looks 60, 70, years old.
Oh, wow.
Up there. But he's one of those folks who like, you're 70? You're not like,
Right, yeah.
he looks he's aged pretty well. He
Nice, Dilf.
Yeah.
walks over, and then he. Oh, actually, question. Freya, did you jump onto the to land?
Yes, I'm coming too.
You, as you jump over to the land, Freya, the pocket that has Charlotte
Yeah.
starts meowing, and Charlotte pops her cute little head out and jumps out of whichever pocket you've selected and runs up to the individual, who carefully leans down and picks up the cat, and he says, "I'm sorry."
Wait, what's going on? What's happening? What are you...
He's stealing your cat, Freya.
Last time this was probably somebody's cat, but did
Yeah,
you
that's
listen? No.
He says, "Thank you for bringing her back. I appreciate it. It's very nice of you. I cast mage armor."
Oh
I
my God!
You stop this right now, Ruben. You stop this
No
right
way.
now.
So the answer to my earlier question is yes,
No!
you do look like a bitch.
You shut your mouth too. Stop this. I feel like I'm being hated on right now.
Which
Oh my
person in
God.
the session zero was like, it'd be cool to see our old characters return in the game?
Way.
It was you, James. I
Oh,
keep I have a good
yo!
memory. I have a good memory.
And
Are you
he's-
serious
This
right now?
got a lot more
Is this
interesting.
actually Lock-in?
You got
Fuck.
Don't
You
ask
gotta
me.
ask him his name first.
Look past
Ruben
mage
ain't in this
armor.
game.
No, I'm
Holy
too scared to
crap.
know.
So like, sir, Mr. Fire Guy, exactly how did your cat end up like way over there in a shipwreck, and you're over here at this lighthouse?
Some brat from the Navy decided to scoop her up when they were here last a few weeks ago. And I guess, they found a deserving fate in the sea. I cast shield.
Oh shit! Did you say that out loud?
Why are you casting shield, old man? Nobody's hitting you.
Fireball.
You can never be too careful.
Myrtle, like,
I've been around.
I'm not here. I just want everyone to know I'm not here.
Seems
Myrtle,
not
like-
here. Do you want to play Locky?
I've been around a lot of trouble, and I've learned that you can never, be careful. You have to be very diligent about these things. I cast mirror image, and now there's 4 of them.
Stop it! Stop it right now!
Definitely take this as a threat at some point.
Yeah, at one point, Johnny, like asking questions.
No, I think at this point we all just kind of accept that, yes, this is why the old man lives alone in a lighthouse.
Yeah.
Well,
Is there something that's worrying you, friend? You're casting a lot of defensive magic.
Oh, pirates are, just by their nature, unpredictable, and you all seem like a nice lot. You brought Charlotte back, but I just being, diligent, and one bad mistake, and there I go, and all those years of preparation and work gone in an instant. But come now, tell me, introduce yourselves.
so my name is Freya, and up until just now, I thought that was my cat. But
You thought this cat that you found in the ocean was your cat.
That cat had a collar on it when you fished it out of the ocean.
well, to be fair, when you find something abandoned in the ocean, you don't think it belongs to anything or anybody. So yes, I was under the impression that this
Let's
would become my
explore this a
cat.
little bit more.
It had a collar on it, Freya.
It had a name!
It was in the ocean. Cats don't like water.
How did the
Wasn't a
cat
cat
get in the ocean anyway if it's your bloody cat? Not paying
told-
much attention to it.
He told us some guy
Oh.
from the Navy. Sorry, I wasn't paying attention. What was it?
Navy stole cat and Navy got bombed.
Oh,
So,
right. Yeah,
Where
all that happened.
exactly are we, sir? What is your name?
My name is Lakian.
Oh
There it
my
is.
god. There
Do you have a
is.
last name?
We don't talk about that.
No one.
Yoselfheim.
I'm
remembered.
I've forgotten it ever since I arrived here.
Well, do you mind if I ask a quick question?
Ask as many questions as you like. I have nothing else to do.
So this is explain the. Well, I know it's a lighthouse, obviously. It seems like this is the first starting point for anyone going into the Great Blue, and how many different types of people do you see come through here a day? Is it often? Do they mostly die?
Oh, most of
Are
them
you
either-
sunburned?
I can't get sunburned. I'm made of fire. The sun. I love it. It's great. This is a great job. But no, usually one a day. Sometimes one a week. It depends on things. It's been busy lately, but it's not hard to understand why. I mean, look, I was an adventurer here in my time, and it is nice to see the new generation try to finish what we started. I'm happy to provide whatever help I can, and wish you all the best. This is the most challenging thing you can do in the world. And if I can provide a little bit of assistance, at least in giving you some context for what you're getting yourselves into, and the fact that you can't really turn around at this point, you're stuck here either to the end or to the end.
Yeah, not much going back except for death. That's not very good.
No, you see, the slide goes down. So there was one ship who decided to, they had second thoughts about the whole pirate thing. They went to, they didn't even attempt the first island, but they tried to go up. I told them the slide goes down. They said we go up.
We go up.
No amount of casting Death Ward would do much of anything. Charlotte enjoyed watching that.
Charlotte enjoyed.
Only Charlotte. Did you also enjoy watching it?
Yeah.
It seems to me like you're somebody who enjoys when they're right.
So, is there a place for us to stay for the night here? Or are you just going to spout wisdom at us and then we leave?
I'm not spouting anything unless you ask for it. I mean, I
Okay.
have a couch at the bottom of the lighthouse, but it's don't usually.
We have a
land-
boat. I think we'll be fine
You have
with
a
beds.
you have a boat. Yeah, it's kind of usually.
Are
So-
you in the market for selling a cat?
What dangers await us immediately around?
Is there a map? Anything nearby,
Do
even
you
by
have any
word of...
sort of cartography or something? Yes.
Yeah, like even word of mouth.
Word of map.
Well, the most important thing you can do, and I think this is the advice I was trying to give them, and they freaked out, and it was just too dramatic for them, and they left. Well, they left in one way or another. That was me saying they died. From this mountain, you'll have to choose one of 7 magnetic fields. Well, first of all, you came with a log pose, I hope.
Yes, we have a point to the person that has it.
Who has it?
McCleary.
Clear.
So
Then you're
you
putting it
wave
back
from-
in.
Waves from the ship.
You'll choose one of 7 magnetic fields to record and track, which will lead you to different islands. Each person's journey is a little bit different in the Grand Line. But no matter which island you start with, the paths will eventually converge into one. And the name of the very last island one can reach in the Grand Line is Fable's Key. Only one group of pirates has ever reached it, that of Silver Jolly. It was quite fun. You probably should also be aware of the dangers beyond the environment here. The log pose is the only thing that you can count on. Even the wind and the waves and the clouds can be treacherous in this space. Here, at least in the first half of the Grand Line, you want to be wary of the 3 crowns of paradise. They're the pirates who are doing the most nonsense around here. They're mostly young, and you got to be careful because they're very intense, basically.
Okay.
So it's a turf war for the new seeds then. Between them, and if we get in their territory, we're fucked.
Well, it's not so much territory. It's an informal thing. Everyone's moving forward in the line, and trying to get to the treasure first. And
Oh,
it's
like-
increasing challenging as you go through. Are you all right there?
Sorry, I'm getting a little sleepy with the...
I know it's not as dramatic as I tried to practice a little bit, usually not, but it's getting a little older with age. And now I used to be Fable's Key, now it's just Fable's Key. I've said it 100 times.
Yeah.
But yes, you be careful of Salome, Pan, and Pitch. the three crowns.
Oh, we know about
Um,
Pitch.
Who you've encountered, Pitch?
Yeah, several times.
Yeah, he saved our life.
I guess.
I mean, he did.
We didn't ask for it, and now we're in debt.
We were
So-
already in debt. He's gonna kill Monty.
Thanks, friend.
Monty might have that coming, actually. So,
Hey, you don't know shit about my backstory yet.
I
I'm not
don't, but
even
it does
in
not
this
give you an
scene.
excuse to be hourly mean to people.
So
You went on board, didn't you, Monty?
no, Monty stayed on the ship with McCleary
Okay.
for backup.
But I guess Kane is kind of.
Do you mind if we come in?
Oh, sure, please.
You think our boat's...
I want to bring everybody in, but like I don't know. The boat is not safe on the open water with nobody in it.
I mean, I'll know if Moosh will know if something happens, and I'll
Okay.
I'll
if
know.
you got Moosh, if Moosh can, maybe the puppet.
Yeah.
Fucking puppet.
Okay, cool. And I guess we can ferry McCleary and who else is over there?
Monty and Razim.
Yeah, Monty. Oh, sorry, Monty and Razim,
Puppets.
and get them over to the mainland. Well, the island, and
Okay.
then we'll go inside as a group together, and then have Moosh as a canary in the coal mine if anything bad happens on the ship.
Yeah, I'm just gonna look down at Moosh as he's left in there and just say, "All right, you watch the ship." And I do like a little click thing with my hand and goes meep meep.
Adorable. I love it.
A little,
I love
two
it.
little squeaks.
What color is he?
Moosh
Glass?
is like a reddish glass. He's a red miniature dinosaur.
Would you mind sharing the picture with the folks?
Sure, if I could find it.
I think the design's so cute.
It is very cute, yeah.
It's just a little guy.
A little dude.
Yeah, how big?
He's just a
like-
baby.
He's about, unfortunately, cannonball sized.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Hey,
so
a medium
so please be
baby.
careful.
put him in the cannon.
Cannonball sized, you
Everyone out of cannonball.
Fire Moosh.
Yeah, so we go in and what does the interior look like? Is he accurate? Does he only have a couch?
He on this floor he only has a couch in front of a fireplace. There's a ton of scrolls and books scattered all over the place. It is a little bit of a mess. He doesn't have people usually come in. Of course, it then has a long spiral staircase all the way to the top to the actual kind of operating section of the lighthouse. There's a fireplace that is currently lit with blue fire. There's a small table where a cup of tea is currently sitting half consumed. It is a tight space for 8 people plus Fire Genasi. He puts his red flame cane in kind of like a slot in the wall, and it kind of fades away magically. He can walk without it, but he likes the additional help. He is kind of in the process of preparing some additional tea, and he says, "Please, make yourself at home."
I awkwardly try to enjoy his meager amenities. I sit myself on the couch. Is it soft? Is it nice?
Yeah, the design is like it's like a green blue. It's very modern. It's made of the cushions are very soft. Your back is well supported. Your feet
Wow.
kick on the floor, the carpet. It's very feng shui. The blue fire is especially interesting because it is causing this like bluish. It doesn't emanate. It has a tiny bit of heat, but it's more of a light source than anything else. Because the space inside the lighthouse, when it's the daytime, the light's only coming in from the very, very top.
Yeah.
and like one window, so light is not enter easily
That's
at the very
fucking
bottom
cool.
of the space. Yeah, what is everyone kind of? It almost feels like that. For me, at least, this is a very visceral memory of like going to a friend's house for like a dinner
Yeah.
party, and it's like this place is not made for this sort of thing, and it's kind of cramped, and you have to like
Yeah.
get really close with someone that you only just met. Maybe you know them.
Like when I had dinner at your house, Ruben.
Yeah, God, yeah, very much so.
Hey, let's all have dinner at Ruben's house.
My mom would totally do. She did it with Nate and Jonah actually.
Aw.
Dinner, Ruben.
Yeah.
I feel comfortable. I let myself feel comfortable because he has offered us into his home, knowing that it is meager and sparse.
I'm curious, like, what is like lying around, like in his old age? What is he
what's
like
Lockian
collected?
keeping?
Yeah, what's old man Lockian doing?
Do we have cool Lockian lore?
Make a investigation, or are
shit,
you
fuck yeah.
are you actually looking through his stuff, or are you just looking around?
Well,
Just
I'm not being nosy,
just cursory
just, like,
through as we're going through.
Oh no,
Decoration,
Sonny would
yeah.
be going through things. He's bored.
God damn it.
Myrtle, you can make a perception check.
All right. 20 plus. Nothing. I got a 5.
I mean, you see all these books in these stacks. At the very top of the stacks are lots of scrolls. There are scribbles in some of these scrolls. You can kind of see like the bleed from the ink on the other side that the blue light kind of flashes on. In terms of like trinkets that immediately become visible, there are a few things like hung up above the fireplace. There is an alternate version of the cane that has blue fire that's currently kind of in a dormant state. There is a necklace with a blue gem inside that's kind of being hung in it's placed in a nice little case. There is a small little parchment that it's hard to tell from here, but it has some like navigational symbols on it. It's very dried. It's some kind of parchment, some kind of older text placed on a sheet. And then the third thing is you also see a very nice robe that's also kind of being hanging like on a coat rack.
Just as he's going through, just because the way that he views this guy as someone that's kind of gone through adventures and has a kindred spirit in that way, he's just going to lift up one of his eye patches and activate his eye and just see all the magical items in the room and just see the room light up of like his memories and stuff like that of things that he's probably collected. Are most of these things magical, I would assume?
Oh,
Just
yes.
fucking turn blind.
Yeah, it's your vision. You have to like focus for a moment because you're not used to being in a space with this many. Number one, the space is small. Number two, there's a lot of magical items here. The fire, the canes are magical. He's magical.
We just turned the staff. That was a bullet, right? That we turned that into a bullet to shoot the gods with, right?
No, he kept the staff.
Oh, we kept the staff. Okay.
Yeah. He
All we
warped
know
away.
is that at some time in the past or future, that staff ended up back in Ipswich's hands.
Oh, right. Okay, cool.
Oh yeah, because he gave it to Malcolm.
Right. Right.
I
There's-
forgot where Malcolm got it from.
We're connecting the dots.
The cloak that's on the coat rack that glows, as does the necklace. Like a tiny faint glow on the parchment, not in the sense of the parchment itself being magical, but like a little afterglow, a little contact tracing of like, oh, something magical touched this in the past recently.
Yeah. I think as he's just going through really fast, he's just going to make a cursory note and say, "You weren't kidding. You have been through a lot of things in the past. A lot of stories, I'd imagine."
Well, when you are on Silver Jolly's crew, one tends to have a lot of stories.
What? Hold on.
Wait! You were on that crew? Tell us, what was it like? What was it like? And Takai's kind of getting like excited kid up in his face about it.
Whoa, hold on, Catboy. Relax a little bit. I cast a shield. It's exciting. There's so many different things to see and learn. This place has interesting sights and strange adventures you can go on, but also so many mysteries. And with there being 7 tracks, many people have a different experience each time. But ours was certainly very nice. It was, I had a group of folks before I came to this place, and it was fun. We did a lot of stuff together, and I thought that was the end of my time doing adventures and traveling the world. I thought I had seen everything, and then I was given a new world to explore, and it was frankly very, very fun. The only reason I'm not on one of the continents and out here in this place is because I want to have a little bit of that memory every now and then, just to see who makes it through, and if the timing will be right for the right person.
Well, lucky, and it's funny you should say that there, lad. Why don't you tell us which of the 7 you took, and how can we get to the line, Jolly's fortune?
Well, all of them ultimately go to the same place. Each one is a little bit different, and they start to narrow as you get to the end. At least it's my understanding. But
Is there one you could recommend?
they change. They change roughly every month or 2. Ours was the first, the northernmost, the one to the left of the line, if you were to look at it north-south. But I don't know if that would mean anything, because each island in the Grand Line emits its own magnetic field. It's very, very strange magic that I didn't at all know was possible until I came to this place. And we have good reason to believe that it changes. I'm not sure if it's systematic. I'm not sure if it's the same, if it rotates in a similar manner, or if it's random. But I can tell you, I've met individuals who say they took that when I told them this information, because you're not the first to ask. And that path can go different ways. The only truth in the Grand Line is that which you hold in your hand, that log pose. There's no point in a compass, there's no point even in looking. You put your faith in that and just deal with the challenges it throws in your path.
I see. Well, thank you for the advice.
How far did you get with Silver Jolly?
We got to the end.
You know what the One Piece is?
We got to Fable's Key.
Does he look like he's legit telling the truth with this, or that he's fabricating an old man's story?
Make an insight check.
Can I also insight check him?
Sure.
Even though I think my insight is really bad.
Insight. Yeah, mine's bad too.
Yeah.
God
We rolled
damn.
the same thing.
No way. What was there?
It's hard
was
to say.
Was it worth it?
Was it worth it? Absolutely. I mean, for a time, Silver Jolly was his very silly name, but he was considered the king of pirates. The only one who got to the end. And it was nice to be on that crew, to have those adventures. Sorry, it's been a bit of time. It's been 20, 30 years. I just wish that he had been able to last a little bit longer before they found him, and well, you know the rest.
Law's a bitch.
I got a question for you, Lucky. And there's ways out of the line, of course. Right?
There's got to be.
Beyond just sailing through the what is the part where the water in the
The
sea
calm
moss-
belt. The calm belt. You have to have very special technology to go through the calm belt. It's extremely dangerous. Only naval ships have the ability to go through it, and of course they have a monopoly on airships, and that removes the problem. But no, usually some pirates do try, and some make it through the calm belt and get back, or in battered condition. Perhaps, I would imagine, only the strongest can kind of get through and make it back to their home sea. There is a stopping off point of sorts when you reach the other side of the red line at the midway point. That makes it a little bit easier for folks to leave if the first half has scared you shitless. But usually, if you've made it that far, folks want to continue onward, and some have. In the New World, second half, there is another world of hierarchies of pirates and naval officers constantly trying to keep each other in check. It is both the most exciting place in the world, but also the most dangerous. Not only the environmental factors, not only the strange things on these islands and the bizarre cultures and civilizations you'll meet, not only the strange mysteries that lie both above and below, but the other pirates who want the same thing that you want, and the Navy who want everyone to follow their rules.
Well, and what about Pitch? He's got to have a way in and out, don't you suppose?
I couldn't say.
But did you see him come this way by chance? Or a certain Captain Achilles?
Oh, goodness. So you've met him. He's I've not met him, not had the pleasure of meeting him in person, but I've heard stories, and sounds like he permanently wakes up on the wrong side of the bed.
He were a bit of a perturbed feller, no doubt about that.
An asshole, more like it.
That mostly sums up the Navy, generally speaking. You want to steer clear of them. Captains, especially. Admirals, you don't even, if you hear that term, you want to crawl in a hole and stick to yourself for the time being.
We should be able to hopefully skirt by with my ever weakening credentials.
Yeah, I didn't even realize the outfit. They've gone through a few different changes over the last few years. Have you decided to see the light, as it were?
Yeah, sure, put it like that.
You're the one who's here with the rest of them.
What do you have upstairs?
The rest of the lighthouse and a small room for me to sleep. Again, my apologies. I don't typically give this many guests or those who are willing to come in, and for that I'm appreciative.
Well, we appreciate your hospitality there.
Thanks for letting us in.
You know what? Oh, go ahead, please.
We won't be staying too long. We just needed some place to reset after what we saw.
It's quite fun, isn't it?
That's one word for it.
It's a shame you can only do it once, though. Well, I mean, safely.
You can go back up. You will go back down, just multiple pieces.
Yeah, I prefer not that bad. The one time was good enough for me, I think. Sleep time? Nappy time?
I feel like we should stay here as long as the ocean stays relatively calm. This would be a good place to stay for the night, if you don't mind us parking our boat here for the rest of the day.
That's perfectly fine by me.
How often do people come down that slide?
Usually once every so often, every few days.
That's not a unit of measurement, lad.
It's been increasing year over year, given the interest in the treasure.
Is it loud enough that we'd be able to hear from here, though?
Oh, you would, yes, you would very much hear.
All right.
Is there anyone we should be looking out for? Someone who maybe came before us?
Well, the group who came before you, I don't think they're going to last very long. They were a group of tieflings who seem more interested in each other than in the adventure, so I
Nice.
don't think they're going to last more than a day or so. I would be wary of the Three Crowns, the Navy, and look, when you go to any of these islands, you need to make sure that you are very careful. There is a great deal of deceit in this place. There are friends you will find, but you have to be careful. And remember that anyone who's in this place, certainly any pirates, are here because they are selfish in at least one way. They want the treasure for themselves, or they want power for themselves, and they're typically not the kind of folks who wish to share. Frankly, that applies as well to the Navy.
And it applies to us as well, lads and lass. So don't forget that.
Nappy time?
Oh, okay, old man. We'll get it. How many times do we have to teach you this lesson, old man?
Stop yelling at him! It's past his bedtime.
About 2 p.m. in the afternoon, but I know the feeling. Just
Turtle,
know,
you can lay down if you need a rest there.
if you don't make it to the end, then at least you have the friends you made along. I'm just kidding. The only truth is all that matters is the gold and the treasure. So I totally get that. Anyway, yes, you're free to stay here and to sleep and rest for the night. I'll be tending to my garden and reading.
I got another question for you, Lakian, if you don't mind.
Go shoot.
If you and Silver Jolly, if you had it all, why'd you turn away from it?
Sometimes there's a need to put an end to the story. Just put it like that.
Okay. Are you just not allowed to tell us what you saw?
Oh no, I'm not telling you shit. That would be I think that would make it more difficult for you to get through.
Okay.
I mean, when
Knowing
you
what's
come
at the
our age,
end.
you have to be cryptic anyway, right?
Oh no, this is a fine point. Knowing what we're going for will make it harder to get there.
It's impossible for me to tell you which path you'll be going on. Any information I give will be difficult to apply to a particular context. I could tell you that there's a mountain with lots of snow on it, and you should be wary of the monsters inside. But if you never go there, or if you go to a different island that I never went to, that looks the same but has a different approach, then you would make the wrong decision. There is so much diversity in this place, and I have no way of guaranteeing that every island before the last would be the same as the ones that I saw. You have to have your own careful approach. Because the only way you'll get through, I could tell you everything that we did, I can tell you what I saw on Fable's Key, but that will not make you strong enough to survive. That information will be found out by others, and it will be destroyed before you have a chance to make it one, if not two islands in. Remember, you are at the bottom of the food chain. If I give you the biggest feast of a lifetime, everyone else is going to smell it.
All right. I'll, Canis looks a little... Canis looks a little, like, not upset, but like, I mean, okay, I'm not, this guy's either crazy or he doesn't even know what he saw. And I slap my thighs and go, well, I think it's about time we rolled Myrtle the Turtle on our back home, huh?
Hey, we'll be, anchored here for the rest of the day, though?
Yes. Rest of the day and into the evening.
Right.
I want to keep an eye on that entrance. Just for my own sanity.
All right, I'm coming.
Yes, all right, yeah. We'll get some food for you on the way home.
Bye, Charlotte.
Thank you so much for all the information, Lockian.
Can I give her a treat before I go?
Do you have treats?
Do you have cat treats?
I have food.
Oh yeah.
You are not using our food source.
Oh, that's people food, Freya. That's people food.
Monty immediately smacks that out of your hand.
Well, she's gonna instead, where is the cat? Where is Charlotte?
Currently, being pet, by Lockian. In his arms.
Okay. Oh. And she reaches out to give Charlotte a little head pat. Says goodbye, Charlotte.
Are you leaving already?
I thought we were. I went to actually go get food and I lost track of what was happening. I'm sorry.
Well,
You can't just raid his pantry, Freya.
But they were Eggo waffles.
What?
Fantasy Eggo.
The next time an Eggo waffle ship carrying will come through will be in months. But it's all right. Y'all seem like good people. Good selfish people.
That's what he thinks.
Yeah, if only you got to know us, you might think differently.
He says that before I ask what I want to ask, though.
What do you
I
want
say
to
with a
ask?
smile.
I want to ask if he's got any pens or quills or pots of ink just laying about that might accidentally fall into my pocket.
Yeah, Ruben, can I roll to steal a cat?
Oh my god.
Hold on, one thing at a time.
Let Corey do his thing.
Sunny,
This is the same Lockian, right? This isn't a different Lockian, right?
Lockian would
It's
like.
Lockian.
This is
I'm pretty damn sure it's
Lockian's gonna
Lockian.
cast fireball
the
in
one
this
that will blow
lighthouse.
shit up for no reason. That Lockian.
Yes.
And we're gonna steal from him. All right, y'all. y'all do you.
We don't know
Yeah,
that.
they
It's
are
just some
you.
crazy
See you
old
back in
dude
the
that lives
boat.
in a
I
lighthouse.
didn't do shit.
See ya.
I'm out.
Sunny, make a perception check. Just first initially determine if you see anything of interest.
Did it roll? What do you mean click and drag to roll the dice? Fuck you. 13.
I mean, you see what everyone else saw. You see the necklace that's on the wall. You see the cape. You see the parchment that's also kind of in a case above the necklace. on top of one of the many piles of books and scrolls, there is certainly some quills. There aren't things of ink just laying out about, because that would be a little bit messy. But there are definitely quills within grabby range.
I would like to steal a quill, please.
Make a sleight of hand check.
Ooh.
I want to be bad at stealing.
Let me roll for lock-in.
Oh no.
Fuck's sake.
It was good knowing you.
So
Sonny.
24, I think is good.
You might be real perceptive in your old age.
You grab the quill, kind of carefully stuff it in your pants while Lock-in is talking and penning the cat and being asked a question. You time it right, so it's almost like the movement is so subtle. Because you're good at this as much as you don't want to be. You're really good. and when you really want something, Sonny, you have just a knack for it. It does not appear that Lock-in, as far as you can tell, sees you steal this. A little cool.
Hell yeah,
Oh my
that's going in my
God.
inventory then. Literally, I built this character with a backstory. I want him to be bad at stealing and get better. I've not rolled below a 20 to steal something.
What's your dexterity?
4?
Yeah, you're gonna be good at this.
But I'm also not proficient, so like...
He's getting there.
Lock-in's also not a god. He's still got like flaws. and
Lock-in
shit.
never had good perception, I don't
Just
think.
don't make him cast a spell. That's what he's really good at, is casting spells.
Don't make me cast a spell.
Don't make me fireball you.
What do you think this entire place is made of stone?
What is Monty and Razim doing during all?
Monty is currently writing a note that he has to give to Lock-in, like whenever Lock-in has time.
Okay.
He's just waiting.
I think after the initial conversation is finished, people are kind of sitting down or maybe going back to the ship to get stuff. There's kind of a space there where you could, intervene without interrupting anyone.
So the note that he passes to Lock-in, it's like an itemized list almost. It's 1, when did you last hear of Pan? And 2, is Captain Gail Montgomery on this side of the line?
Okay. Let me look up one thing real quick.
Was Pan that third name? Because I don't know.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
It's also the dude that I have to get the message to so I don't die.
Oh.
And Monty would like to not die.
Usually something that folks... you said Gail Montgomery?
Yes.
He says, the name does sound familiar. I can't tell you for sure. But it does ring a bell. As for Pan has been in paradise for, I think he first came 4 or 5 years ago. I've only seen him once. Very interesting personality. There's no one quite like him. It's once you, if you have a chance to meet him, and hopefully it's under good conditions, I think you'll understand why he is one of the crowns. But yes.
Monty's tuning him out. He's waiting for I saw him here and here. And Monty's like, all right, useless information.
Yo.
But sort of nods and thanks him anyways.
He's
Hello, Raid.
Hey, Raid.
Hey,
Hello,
Raiders.
Raid.
oh cool.
Raid.
Oh, cool.
Oh, cool.
Thank you.
Raid
Hey.
Shadow
Can we get a
Legend.
shout out?
Thank you.
Yes.
Raid
for-
Shadow
That's
Legend.
pretty
Raid.
hashtag poggers.
Oh my god.
Poggers.
Oh, God.
Welcome to D&D, guys.
Why is it not working?
All right.
All right.
What was the question again about?
Oh, it was just where's Pan? You said that Pan he's been in paradise for the past 5 years.
He and Salome have a kind of rivalry thing. I don't quite understand their relationship. It's very strange. But they tend to stay near the end of paradise, and harass the Navy as much as possible. All I know is that Pan has very personal grudges against them and the Imperium, as most folks here do. But he has very personal grudges.
Monty nods and then writes in his notebook in like the agenda bullet point section, harass Navy, might find Pan.
Cool. And then Razim, what are you up to during all this?
I guess I started taking a nap on the deck, I guess.
Okay.
We were just
Exciting as
chilling.
ever. I think little Z kind of stands over you and says, "What you doing?"
Oh God.
Fucking terrifying.
I
I hate this.
Wait, stands over me?
Over you. You're on the ship.
I'm knocked out. I'm asleep, so I don't respond.
He gets on his knees and just starts like slowly poking you. You know, your chest is like not like a super fast, but like just like a poke, kind of like a little, again, little brother is kind of the thing I'm going for here with him. And the pokes begin a little more intense as he's trying to wake you up.
Oh no.
Oh God.
Stop.
Annabelle the doll on deck.
Stop. What is it? What is it?
What are you doing?
I was sleeping.
What you dreaming about?
Well, nothing actually, for once.
This
Why don't you
fucking
go?
guy.
Why don't you go? Where's McCleary at? Oh, go. I'm sure McCleary needs help with something. Why don't you go? See how he's doing.
There's like
kinda lonely.
water though. I don't know yet if I can like go in that.
Water. Oh, wait. Who else is on the
Look,
boat besides me?
They got us. They brought us back to the island.
Oh, they brought us back to the island.
Yeah,
Oh,
unless
okay.
you stayed behind.
Oh, I thought someone was supposed to stay on because we didn't want to leave it alone.
Well,
No, we
Myrtle
left
said
the-
we had
Myrtle
Moosh
Moosh.
as an alarm. Yeah.
Myrtle put Moosh out as like a guard.
yeah, he's
Oh,
good.
Okay.
Guard figurine.
Okay.
People coming in are just like, what the fuck is a moosh? What is going on?
Yeah.
What's up, little Z? You clearly wanted something. What's happening? What's happening, bud?
I just want to do something. Everyone's
what?
talking and it's so boring.
Oh, but not really sure. What? I guess I look around. Did I see anything that I could? Anything that like a toy or anything to play with or anything interesting at all?
You're currently on the ship, or are you currently on the island?
Well, I was on a ship.
On the ship.
Yeah.
Oh, did you just not come?
Oh wait. See, these guys came back.
Jeez, where the fuck are you?
Yeah.
Yeah, what are you doing?
Oh man. Okay, I guess I should come on.
He sleeps more than I do.
I was gonna say, if we left you on the ship to keep watch and you went, actually, I'm having
I
a
would take a nap.
You might actually
Whoops.
not have
Then,
a boat
like-
anymore. Yeah. Okay. Oh, if no one's on the boat. Okay. I guess I'm with the rest of the
Hey,
gang.
Nathaniel, can you fix
Yeah.
that? I accidentally timed someone out for 4 hours. I don't know why that happened.
What?
I
I
got
was
you.
fucking
dude.
around with settings and I accidentally timed somebody out.
So I guess I'm at the lighthouse with everybody at this point.
Okay. Lil Z is gonna ride on your shoulders.
He's smaller now, by the way. He was larger before. I just want to. He's definitely smaller now.
And you
otherwise
control
it would
this,
be
right?
awkward. Yes.
Cool. And then Freya, you had something that you wanted to do back on the island.
Oh, no, I was mostly joking about wanting to steal the cat.
If you want to make an attempt,
I don't think the cat wants to go.
you want to roll an insight check on the cat.
I do want to roll an insight check on the
Roll an
cat.
insight check on the cat.
Okay, hold on, what's my insight? That's -1. That's great. Love that for me.
Love that for you.
It's a 12.
A 12? The cat is hard to read.
Wow.
As per usual.
As per usual. The cat is hard to read. Okay.
Okay.
Great.
Can
Oh, sorry. Was there something else, Freya?
I have +6 in charisma, or +6 in persuasion. Can I possibly try to get get Lockian to surrender the cat over?
Surrender the cat.
I don't know. You have to make an attempt, and we'll have to see.
Okay, I would like to make an attempt.
Okay. What do you
So
do?
before I head off to the boat, I say, Mr. Lockian,
Yes.
I've grown very close to your cat friend, and while I would hate to take her away, if you really see her as a companion, I would really like to be able to bring her with us on our trip.
Oh my
she
god.
could catch the mice on the boat.
How many
and
days?
she-
How many days were you with her?
How many days were we with her?
One.
Like one.
Like
It was one day.
Oh no, like yeah,
Um,
3 days maybe.
Not for very long, but she's been a very good companion for us.
I can make you like a spirit cat, if that would be better. She's
Yeah,
my
Lockian
cat.
could totally. He could like. Lockian's so fucking strong. Like.
Then can you do that? Can I have a little spectral cat to be with me?
Yes. Number one, yes. You just have to make sure that because she'll be very far from me, you can't let it get injured because they will then vanish.
Oh shit.
Don't worry.
Fuck.
I'll make sure she's safe when she's not when we're off the boat. I'll make sure she stays, and yeah.
Great.
When
You,
that cat poops.
excellent.
Oh my god. There's gonna be such crying.
So,
What? And you can kind of tell that like Lockian has that look of like it's the old grandpa like, I guess I'll do it for the grandkids, sort of thing.
What colors would you like?
I can change its colors.
No.
Oh.
I can give you a cat now that you then have to keep safe,
Okay.
and it will be like that. It'll be a little
Okay.
translucent.
Okay.
It'll still be a cat, so it's gonna have varying levels of loyalty because
Okay.
it's a cat. What is your paint me a picture of your dream cat, Freya?
oh my god.
Lockian is soft in his voice.
Fluffy.
He really is. Back in the day, he would have been like,
He was
fuck,
like, "Fuck
you,
you."
fucking cat.
I mean,
He is casting-
He did blow up a navy boat, though.
He is casting Death Ward on himself as he does this, though. With
This
one hand
guy-
making the cat, one hand casting Death Ward on himself.
Doing the crazy old man dance.
Freya has the biggest, goofiest, happiest grin on her face. She is so excited to have her first pet. Gosh, that -1 in wisdom is just glaring at me right in the face.
I think that's
And-
Courtney, actually. We should change the poster. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, you're probably not wrong. But yeah, she's very excited. I want a fluffy cat, and yeah, that's it.
What color would you like this fluffy cat to be?
Blue.
Oh dear God.
What shade of blue? You're like yourself, like your horse.
Yes.
What is this, Build-A-Bear? Just get the cat and let's go!
I'm making. Look, if she look, I've been with this type of person before. You
What?
give the person a little toy, they're distracted and they stop dealing with you, and then you can go about your life. Okay.
It's true, yeah.
I found it's just easier than trying to leave all the time. Okay.
So,
What a
so
lucky
when do I
thing to
get
say.
my spectral cat?
Yes, I'll get you your special cat.
Okay, that sounds more like Lockheed now.
As he's finished casting the death ward on himself, the other hand makes this like beautiful. You see this like blue and red energy emanate from his hand. It kind of creates the image of like a flame flickering from the ground that kind of begins to hover. It then kind of like double helixes, so it's this several multiple flames intermingled, and he's kind of slowly crafting the creature. And then slowly the light begins to take form into this feline shape. It has not just blue, it's not just a blue cat. A blue cat's boring. It has the same kind of mesh of colors that Freya's horns have. So it's not a blue cat, it's a blue, white, purple, pink cat
Like an
that like
iridescent
does
cat.
that's like slowly like shifts. It doesn't have a different color. It doesn't change color, but it's like the different angles that you look at it has like a different, slightly different shade. And it's about the same size as the cat that of Charlotte. And it looks up at you with like really big eyes, beautiful pink, cute eyes, and then jumps up into your arms, Freya. And then
Can I feel the cat?
yeah, you can feel the cat. It feels fluffy and very soft. It kind of has this beautiful little shine effect when you pet its fur, almost like it's not a fake creature, but it kind of has a little bit of that effect to it.
It's a magical ghost cat.
Now, here's the question, and I need you to answer this for this to go through.
Yes.
What is the cat going to be named?
Gosh, the urge to name her after my previous cat is super strong, but I'm not.
Don't do it.
I'm not gonna do this.
Yeah,
It's
if
a
it
friendly
dies, you're
cat.
gonna lose
Name
it.
it something weird like Zonko or something.
Zonko.
God.
Scrungus.
I didn't think this far.
Chungus.
I'm gonna name her Stella.
Oh,
Stella.
that's too pretty. You're gonna be sad.
Like that.
Um,
Very cute. So add somewhere on your sheet or leave a note somewhere you have Stella, your new cat companion. So the rules here are very simple. It's just a cat. It's not going to provide any sort of mechanical combat benefit necessarily. It will be under your command. It can do cat things. And I'll say this: I think you can see through its eyes if you really
Okay.
want to. But here's the catch: if it takes any point of damage, poof, it's gone.
Okay.
So this is probably a ship cat.
Yes.
Better not
I'm ready to
fucking die. Do you know how many hazards are on a ship? It better be a smart cat.
Sorry, Freya, I think I sat on your cat or something. I can't find it anywhere.
Amazing.
Okay.
We're
Very
gonna
cool.
walk into a Final Fantasy style battle of this cat against two mice, and the mice are gonna win.
Oh God.
Excellent. Cool. Great. So you have you're now in the Grand Line. The ship is parked next to the lighthouse. You've met Locken. You've seen the inside. Sonny has executed his heist of the century, a quill. What is everyone doing now as kind of the sun is beginning to set on your first 12 hours here in the Grand Line?
Takai is actually going to kind of take McCleary aside and say, "Hey, can we have a quick palaver?"
Of course, lad, of course.
And he sort of leads him down to I guess there's probably like a small dock so that Lockyan can like leave. That we parked our. Was there a dock that we parked our rowboats at, or did we just like beach them?
It will probably just beach them. The space outside of the lighthouse is a little bit of like a grassy hill that kind of then goes down to the shoreline. There is a beautiful garden of the red flowers, and then some vegetables and stuff on the side. It's a very I mean, you're now coming out at sunset. So it's a particularly special view, and you've seen sunsets on the sea. This is not your first time on the ship at night, close to nighttime. But there's something just extra about it. You can see bits of stars kind of as the light begins to fade, poke into the tapestry above you. You can see the two moons beginning to kind of glisten a little bit brighter as the light fades. There's just something both very calming about this location and the light, but also like the giddiness of like the night before something very exciting that you want to fall asleep but you can't. That like, uncontrollable little ball of energy, I think, is very much beating out of your chest, both you, Takai, and even McCleary. This is not your first time out here, but goodness, it is so exciting. It is so good to be back.
Yeah, I think he takes him to like the one part of sort of the grassy, hilly area facing the sunset. And however McCleary sits, I think Takai just kind of flops down, spread-eagled on the grass, just kind of looking up at the sky.
I think he stands with his hands in his pockets. Stands next to you.
And he just kind of looks at you and says, "Wow, we're actually here."
Aye, that we are, lad. Fortune and glory awaits, huh?
I hope so.
And something
Hey, you're not
new
here.
every day. No, I'm not here either.
Where'd you come from?
Mont comes up like, yeah, even though Mont can't talk.
everyone.
Yeah. Pop out of a porthole.
I haven't got a chance. I mean, we've been so busy sailing the ship. You okay after everything that happened with Achilles?
You know, lad, it's funny you should bring that up, actually, because, well, I don't know how I feel about Achilles. You see, I understand the man. I think I do. I understand the Empire. They're just doing their job. They're just trying to protect lives, and there's pirates, folks that call themselves pirates, that, well, to tell you the truth, lad, I don't think most of the folk on this here ship know what being a pirate really means. And I think if they did, I don't think they'd want to be one. But seeing you lying there on the deck, pinned down under his power, that boiled me blood something fierce. And that's why I shot at him, and I don't know how I missed.
Being pinned there, for the first time ever in my life, I felt like I was gonna die. I've never been so scared in my life. But it's weird. I'm not sad. I'm not ashamed that I felt that way. I'm so pissed off about him. He has...
You're right. Oh, sorry.
Oh, good.
You're right, lad. There's no shame in being afraid. Especially not out here and not what we're dealing with. And as a matter of fact, I know that, well, you're a young man making your own choices, and you're turning out to be a fine sailor, but I can't help but feel responsible for you, given that I suppose I took you in under me wing, and if the line ever becomes too much for you, if you ever feel like you can't take it, if you ever feel like you just want to go home, you let old McCleary know, and we'll find a way. There's ways out, let me tell you. There's ways out.
Interesting.
What if I don't want to leave?
Well, that's perfectly fine too. If something were to happen to you, lad, well, I couldn't live with myself.
Well, it's not like I have a choice in the matter. I mean, I want to see everything I can, but I mean, I can't ever stop adventuring. And then kind of under his breath, he says, I gotta make sure that I'm not boring ever.
Right. Well, I'll help you, of course. And who knows, maybe you'll find a way to make things work out. You know?
Will you help me get strong?
Of course. What kind of mentor would I be if I didn't do that?
Good. Because all I've been thinking about the past few nights was just that smug prick's face. Now I mean, look at this! And he kind of sits up and motions at the sky. Look at all this beauty out here. And he uses all of that strength to keep people locked up and unable to experience this.
As I said before, I think that, well, the Empire's full of pricks and there's always going to be right bastards, but when you're dealing with folk like Pitch, what are you supposed to do? You can't lie down and take it, you know? I don't know. It's a strange world we live in.
You don't have to be sadistic and cruel about it. And that's what he is.
No, I suppose you don't. You know, sometimes you get caught up in the feeling of power, in holding power over people that you don't even realize how cruel you are till you look at yourself later.
Well, one day, with your help, and the help of this whole big adventure we're on, maybe one day I'll be able to make him feel that same fear, and he can realize just how far he's gone.
I'd like to see that day, putting the fear of the gods in old Achilles.
Hey, I do have a god on my side, remember?
Aye, you do. Have you been doing all right there with Rivalry?
I guess. He doesn't really talk to me all that much, but I mean, I called on him to help us get through the upsy-down water, and I felt, or at least I think I felt him.
Well, then we all got through in one piece. I'll say it often, and I'll say it again, lad. It ain't bad to have a god of luck on our side.
True. Even if a god of luck can be a little, what's the word? Unreliable?
Well, that's the thing about luck. You have it right up until you don't.
So, aren't you worried that this new trip in the line's gonna end up just like your old one?
Of course. Always. But, well, you let old McCleary worry about that, and
he takes a seat next to you.
And maybe, with his crew, maybe things will be different.
Yeah. Maybe. And he kind of scoots close and leans his head on your shoulder.
Takai,
Yeah?
is there something that you would like to declare?
Yeah. I would like to declare Achilles as my rival.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, that's 2 of them.
All right.
So, for those who are new to the campaign, it's only session 6. We have this is a campaign inspired by One Piece, and we have a few things to make the game particularly like anime. So we have a rival mechanic where any of the players can declare an NPC a rival. That gives the rival more impact in the story and the narrative, but it also gives that player additional abilities to use against that rival the next time they face in combat. We have Takai and Achilles, one of the captains of the Navy, and Canis and Jet. Jet is the first mate, the first hand of Pitch, captain of the Pitch Black Pirates. Lovely. Beautiful scene. What is everyone else doing this evening? Are y'all sleeping in the lighthouse or y'all on the ship? What's sort of the plan here?
Probably the boat.
Yeah,
We have our own quarters.
Boat.
Okay.
It's like a heavily defensible thing.
Well, yeah,
at
and
this point.
the lighthouse was fairly
Pretty
shoulder to
close.
shoulder,
When you
wasn't
get
it?
Yes,
full
yes,
cover,
very much so.
I'm gonna sleep in Lockie's bed.
With him.
Just stay
Look,
up
old
for a while,
man, my mom may
watching
not
the-
have taught me much, but she said when there's guests over, they get your bed.
Very cool. Excellent. Anything before folks go to sleep?
I definitely want more character development and relationship development between other characters, but like I don't
I too really want character development. Yes,
Me
we are
too.
agreed. That is
mean,
that is
for,
not something
like-
we can fee out, unfortunately.
no, I know. I mean, I don't
Is there
know
something that
who
you want to
Freya
talk
would
to?
feel- I don't know who Freya would want to talk to. I don't know who would want to talk to her. That's my only thing.
Well, we are.
I don't mind starting
want
up.
to get to know each other.
I'll do one with you if you're good with that.
Okay, I just don't know what to talk about. That's like
That's fair.
that's the only thing.
Make shit up.
Yeah,
You have
exactly.
a spectral cat now.
It's true.
Uh,
Oh, go ahead.
So where would you be at the night? And I'm probably gonna catch up with you.
So because her new cat has been freshly born, I guess she really doesn't understand that this cat is like a part of another cat. So anyway, so she's like, he's a baby. Oh my goodness. So she's got the cat in her arms and it is purring very loudly. And she's kind of talking about what she knows and what she doesn't know about the world, like that, like as far as like what she's learned so far about the ocean and, you know, being a pirate, and just kind of just talking to this cat, and the cat's just listening, and she's pointing at the stars and just telling Stella all about these different things. And that's what she's over by the edge of the, like, over by the railing when you see her.
So, looks like I guess everything that we were trying to do. I think you got a new friend to go with us.
Yeah.
You realize that you're gonna have to be very careful, though, right?
Don't worry. I've told her pretty much everything about that. So when we're off the ship, I'll just keep her in my room.
All right. Well, if it's any consolation, if it Stella gets lonely, I could leave Moose here. That way, Moose won't get lonely when I have to go out.
Okay, just as long as Moosh doesn't, you know.
I'm more worried about.
cat.
Yeah. Well, actually, no, that's a good point. I think Moose should probably stick with me, actually. Probably safer for your kitty. But I consider me curious, but why did you... I think this is the question everyone asks another pirate, but why'd you try to hitch a ride with us? Just the adventure, or you looking for something on the Grand Line?
Well, so the village where I come from, my dad, he's kind of like the main dude. He's not like a king or a chief or anything, but he's just kind of he's the big bad, I guess.
The big bad, all right.
I mean, I don't know how else to describe
So,
him.
like, Yakuza level, or like what level of big bad are we talking here? Like,
Well,
does he?
he talks and people listen, and
That's usually how talking works, unless you're.
well, he can tell people to do stuff and they do it, and sometimes they look a little scared. I'm not really all that well versed on what's going on. I mean, I try to tune it out. I'm not. That's part of the reason why I left. But my dad told me that, to be the kind of person that I am, I need to have a better collection of things. You know, like when dragons have their hordes and things.
Ah, so you were
Not
going
saying-
after the. All right,
So I'm not a dragon. I'm not saying I'm a dragon.
I'm not saying that you're a dragon, but I'm not saying you're not a dragon. And this does kind of have a few, like, typical traits that dragon, and I can see why you're on the kind of everything lines up now.
Okay,
It's just
no
still.
secret?
Yeah, go for it.
I actually am a dragon, but please don't tell anybody else. I don't want them to freak out.
Myrtle, like, his jaw goes super slack jaw, and he's just as sarcastic. He's doing his very best. Like, he's worked with grandkids. He knows, like, the disbelief to make others happy. He says, "Oh, no, really?"
Right? Yeah, no, really. I have wings underneath my cloak, and I have to hide them. Otherwise, it might scare people, and I really don't want that, because I like human beings. I think they're really interesting. And,
Yeah, right.
So I gotta keep appearances, otherwise people might freak out. But so my
You're
dad
talking
says
to a turtle. I don't think they're gonna freak out about wings.
But I also have a tail.
Well, that's a good point. That's a good. It changes the game. No one on this ship has a tail.
You know, I see your point there.
There's like 3 of us that have a tail.
Yeah, no. And yeah, keep in mind, everybody has seen her wings and her tail.
Yeah,
It's just
yeah.
very stupid.
But no, definitely. I don't want to freak anyone out either. Definitely keep that. It's our secret, right?
Okay, I'll keep it a secret. I mean, I get everybody else has a tail. I mean, it's neither here nor there. But I mean, if people find out I'm a dragon, they might want to make me leave, and I don't want that. But so anyway, what was I saying? I was talking about my dad and how I
He's
wants my
talking about
collection to be
daddy
better.
issues, something like that. Big.
Yes, but no.
Yes, all right.
So he wants my collection to be better, so I thought maybe if I became a pirate and got really good at stealing things, which I haven't really had a great track record on lately. But if I get
Yeah,
good at,
I'm gonna be
collecting-
honest, Freya. Stealing isn't asking for something and doing puppy dog eyes and stuff like that, and being, you actually.
I'm learning that. I'm
like-
learning that very quickly, and you know what? I guess we gotta learn. We gotta figure out and learn that, life is full of challenges, and we all learn things. And I'm learning that I'm not very good at stealing, and I'll be better about it. But the good thing is, I got a great pair of shoes and a really nice dress with a lot of pockets.
They
So
are
I
pretty
think-
nice.
I think I'm doing something right?
You're doing good, kid. Just.
You think
He kind of sighs while talking to you and kind of looks a little bit more distant while he's talking about you not getting caught and stuff like that. And he just says, "You're doing good, kid. Just don't get caught. That's all I can really ask for. That's all."
okay. Part of me being a dragon is that I'm also really good at being stealthy. And
You're also
I may
a
not-
great liar, too. That plays to all of your strengths that you're trying to have for yourself.
well, no, I know I'm not great at lying, but I'm very good at hiding and sneaking around. And yeah. So.
I mean,
So
lying
maybe-
is just hiding the truth, so it's kind of both.
True, but I'm getting there. I'm trying my best. And hey, I didn't get Charlotte, but I got Stella, and I think that's pretty neat.
Well,
She's part of my horde now.
That's true. Well, I have a little game that I like to do that could help. So, there's a couple of us in here that I think could use a little bit of a cheering up.
Yeah?
So, my thing for you, and to get better at stealing and so you don't get caught later, is I want you once a week to take something from someone else and place it somewhere else without getting caught. It's a big question. Anyone that's grumpy, do it. See if you can get away with it. They're going to be pretty pissed off, but it'll be an inside joke and we'll laugh about it.
Okay, that sounds like a fun idea. I like that, Mr. Myrtle.
But not me.
Oh,
And
don't worry.
he says that, but he kind of smirks and gives a wink.
Okay, it'll be our game, and I won't steal anything from you.
Of course.
As long as you don't steal anything from me.
I plead the fifth. And he kind of goes back down to his quarters, leaving you to talk to your cat and get used to it.
And she's gonna stay up for about another hour, and then she's gonna let out a very quiet yawn, let Stella down, and they both walk back to her quarters, where Freya is going to fall onto a giant pile of pillows and quickly fall asleep.
Love it. So cute.
Aw, cute.
Look at these guys. Everyone's
Everyone's all,
becoming
that was
friends.
adorable. Good. This is the lore we needed.
Now she's gotta find a grumpy someone and steal their shit.
Yeah, or face the repercussions.
I know it. It's either get good now or get in trouble later.
I love seeing the little drummy Freyas in chat.
Any other things people want to do before they go to sleep tonight?
I think Monty's gonna go take some notes to Canis.
Okay.
All right.
Neat.
So-
Okay.
Pushes over a note, and written on it in like very nice handwriting, it says,
You
Lockie and
bitch.
Ford. You bitch. No. Lockie and informed me Pan terrorizes Navy men on this side. Please advise.
Oh, would I know who Pan is?
He writes an addendum note. He's like, Pan is the one I need to get this message to, or I die of a death curse.
Oh, this is a lot all at once. How much
Monty
time
sort
do
of like frustrated, like sighs, and then the. It's like,
Oh God. Okay. Thank God.
he's like, okay, I can just talk this way. Yeah, so I have that death curse from Pitch, and if I don't get a message to Pan, I will die. Which is whatever, but I would rather not.
Right. Of course, we'd like to avoid that.
Mm-hmm.
So we have to lure Pan. And we might be able to take care of this on our way.
We,
You know?
I was thinking the same thing, because I know you are a Navy man, well, ex-Navy man, but if we have to meet Achilles again or get into any sort of trouble with the Navy, Pan might be close by.
Oh.
Oh, really?
Or if we can find, because according to Lockian, he's been terrorizing them. So if we can find where the Navy is, he might be close behind. And honestly, I don't think I need to actually talk to him. I can't even talk, nor do I like doing this. I just have a message in the bottle. I just gotta make sure it gets in his hands. We can leave.
Okay, so maybe he'll just come up to us anyway, right?
Hopefully.
Okay. Is there a way to lure him? We just patrol around the lighthouse?
I mean, according to Lockian, he's been in the line for 5 years, maybe even more. He's towards the end. Just wanted to give a warning. He might turn around just to terrorize people, but that's I'm going to make sure we have more supplies on the ship.
Okay.
Just in case, repairs.
You tell me if you see anything.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you for telling me.
All right, that's it. And he leaves.
Kind of pace. Thinking, looking at the giant continent-sized wall behind us. We haven't really left yet. Is there anything, like, I hear anything coming from it? Is there anything wild going on?
No ships. You do still hear the very faint, the rush of water. It is a current, so it continues, and it's big enough where that makes a big noise.
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah, that's all I do. And then I go to bed.
Okay. Anything else? Let me grab.
Let it be known that Freya talks in her sleep, sometimes loudly.
Okay. 1 second here. Let me just get this. You add a bit of music here. Don't ignore the man behind the curtain. Ryan knows this feeling all too
The rushing.
well.
Who opened that curtain? Somebody fucking close it.
Okay.
Close that fucking curtain.
As everyone as everyone goes to sleep, someone has a dream.
Oh damn, who?
Is it the warlock?
Takai.
Yep. Can I help you, Ruben?
This one is more visceral and vivid. Most dreams that you have are, splotchy images. Especially when you wake back up, it's hard to piece together exactly what you experienced. It has, I think the word that comes to mind is this watercolor effect, where it's certainly not as real as the waking world, but there is a truth to it. It's weird because you've never had a dream that has felt like you can touch the trees next to you as you walk through this grove, this forest. You don't know how you got here. Like with all dreams, it kind of starts in the middle of things. You can feel, and this is again weird because you're feeling sensations. That's not usually how your dreams go. You feel the cool air, calm, comfortable against your skin as you kind of extend your hand and reach out to the trees. You feel the rough bark brush over your fingers. Golden beams of sunlight drift over the canopy. There is both a calm here and question kind of hanging in the air. Takai, what do you do?
I think he kind of looks around to see if there's any signs as to which way he should go.
The clearing in front of you is an open space. You see trees to your right, to your left. You feel like the world has taken a deep inhale and is holding it, waiting to say something, to answer a question. What do you speak into this space?
He sort of takes a step hesitantly into the clearing and just very simply asks, Is anyone there?
It's the question you've asked yourself a bunch over the past few days and weeks. You haven't had beyond that first time, you haven't had any sort of conversation. You haven't had a set of terms. It's been visions, it's been little messages, it's been bits and pieces. And so when you hear it for the first time, there is this level of both excitement, fear at the unknown, and this sort of anxious energy, very similar to what you felt in the waking world, the exploration, the adventure that awaits you. Very similar sensation. And you hear, why don't we meet at my place? The image around you begins to fade from the gold, the greens, the forest environment, the ambience that you're currently in. It grows darker. You see blues and purples, not blacks, but a nighttime energy to it. The trees seem to fade. The ground beneath you becomes smooth. And you feel this pulsing energy slowly fade through you. Boom. 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 In fact, it kind of sounds like this.
Oh, Jesus.
Don't. I can't believe it.
Is this the Feywild
No.
Club again?
Eldon.
Oh, I'm ready.
Oh shit, he's back.
How many times do we have to teach you this lesson?
This
old
yes,
man?
old man. You and your fucking bloodline.
You look around at the space that you're in now, and it's very weird, at least compared to the forest. It's not like anything you've seen before. The floor in like different squares lights up, yellow, green, blue, purple, in tune with the music around you. And you see figures kind of around on the exterior here in like a circle around you. And you don't see them because you're only kind of getting the flashes, like a strobe effect as it catches them in different poses of dancing. And they seem close enough almost where you can like touch, but yet you're not able to get there. This is probably the most dreamlike aspect of the space. And then, after kind of being concerned and confused as to where you are, you see a seat just for you. It's red, golden armrests, just in the middle of this dance floor. What do you do, Takai?
Takai is gonna kind of bop on over. He's into the music. He's kind of like bouncing his shoulders as he walks, and he kind of slouches onto the seat, like leaning on. Are there like there's armrests, right?
Yes.
Yeah, just like slouching against one of the armrests, crossing his leg, just like getting himself comfortable on it.
Okay. The moment you sit, as if it was there the whole time, there is a chair seated opposite you. 1 second here to make sure I have this correct. It appears to be a human. Tall, certainly taller than you. Short, very nicely combed blonde hair, wearing a nice dress shirt with a sweater vest over it, very formal, posh look. And he's turned to the side, so you can't really see his eyes. He's taking like a glass of red wine, takes a sip of it, and then sets it. And when he sets it down in the air, it kind of floats there. In the other hand, he is every few seconds flipping a coin. Up, down, heads, tails, in a constant, repetitive motion. With the beat of the music. Heads, tails, heads, tails, heads, tails. He finally turns to you, and fairly handsome looking individual, but that's not what catches your attention. His eyes have the left eye an image of like a heart embedded within the eye, and on the right, a spade, a heart and a spade. This is the visual touchstone here is like if you've seen Demon Slayer, the like markings on the demon's eyes, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
And he says, "This, I think, is much more suitable. It has been some time since we made our deal first, Takai. How are you liking the gifts I've given you?"
I mean, the magic's great, and I mean, when I snapped my fingers that one time and this showed up and he summons his packed weapon, like, that was pretty awesome. I've been using them right? I've not been boring you, right? And as he says this, as he says that about boring him, some of the casualness in his stance fades, and he sits forward like this is the most important thing in the world.
I can assure you, Takai, you are the furthest thing from boring. And I'm very appreciative of how you've handled my gifts thus far. You are doing such a good job.
Well, thanks, Virtus. It's good to hear that. Is there a reason you pulled me in here? I mean, not that it isn't great to see you again, because I was kind of worried that maybe you, like, had other patrons and you were paying more attention to them, but, like this is nice.
I have given you great boons, and more will come if you attend to a small errand for which I require your assistance.
Yeah, of course. Anything. I mean, just as long as you keep the other part of our bargain going, right?
Of course. Now, here is what I humbly ask of you. In the great sunken city
within the red line, you will find an oracle. When you meet them, I would like you to ask for the Sakharin amulet. From there, I will craft a way for you in your realm to meet me. And in exchange for the amulet, I will grant you a single wish. Do you think you can do that for me, Takai?
Fuck yeah, I can.
Very good. I hope you are enjoying your travels. And you see in your hand a glass of red wine that matches his.
I most certainly am. He takes a sip.
It's very sweet. You've never had this good wine, even in your dreams.
Hell, man. This is miles away from the ale we had back at home. Heck, it's miles away from the ale I've had with McCleary.
There are benefits, you might say, to crafting the world. Now, Takai, I don't do this very often, and I don't like intervening unless I have to. But let me give you at least one opportunity. Any question that is within my power to answer, I shall. He's flipping the coin. Heads, tails, heads, tails.
Takai kind of sits there for a second, thinking. And I'm gonna roll just a D2, like a D2 in chat.
Sure.
Captain Shades. She's still alive, right? And she's in that prison they talked about. Anchor 12?
Takai, you know better than that. One question.
Alright, I guess I have to... Is Captain Shades in Anchor 12?
You see him flip the coin up, down, and for the first time in this encounter, he places it in the palm of his hand and kind of lifts the other hand as if to like hide the outcome of the coin flip. And he looks down, smiling, then looks back up at you and says, "Yes, she is alive." Takai, you wake up with the strangest headache you've ever had.
And what was that amulet?
I'll post it in the chat for you.
Thank
It's the Sakharin amulet.
Okay.
I love all the notes. Very cool. Oh, I never had that psychedelic imagery before. That's actually kind of what I'm thinking. Yeah, that's so good.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
so
I think
good.
it looks really cool.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
There was someone in the Discord a long time ago who said, like, I think he's using a reflavored Fey Pact. I'm like, nope, not reflavored.
It is just text.
Okay.
Nope. Takai just doesn't know he's working with an archfey.
You
There's
said
no
something-
sub to this text.
you said
It's a Dom text.
you said I think like maybe only 30 minutes ago like I really wish I could talk to him and I knew this was coming tonight. All right, cool. Okay, the rest of you get a very nice sleep on the ship. There's something nice about the sound of the constant like white noise of the almost like a rushing river behind you from Reverse Mountain. You don't see any ships attempt crossing at this point. Maybe if you stayed for a week that might happen, but then again you're not sure who would actually cross and what situation you would find yourselves in. But the night passes rather uneventful. It's now dawn, the second day in the Grand Line. You've had now one full day in this space. What do you guys do?
I settle up next to Canis and the rest of the crew that's all getting together, so it's not just one person. So, Captain, I guess you get to choose where we're going.
Well, I think we should head. Monty had brought something to my attention. We should probably not necessarily focus on, but at least be on the lookout for.
Mm-hmm.
Han has been patrolling these areas. Terrorizing these areas, rather.
Mm.
And Monty has something he needs to deliver.
Right, the points to your spot on your hand. Yeah, that's
Monty
kind of
holds it up, like,
yeah, that kind of takes priority for a little bit.
Yes, and I figured that we should maybe not vote. Does anyone have anything else that they would like to get done? The ship
Well-
ain't yours, but
Do we know exactly where Pan is?
not really. So
You
we're
mentioned
just
paradise, right? Is that an actual location we could
we're in
track?
paradise.
Yeah.
It's just considered this whole part of water.
Yeah, the first half of the Grand Line is called Paradise.
Okay.
And you would know this, McCleary. It's called Paradise because in comparison to the second half, it looks like Paradise.
Oh god damn it.
Okay.
okay. So maybe we should just take things as they come.
Yeah, I think
In a
that works.
particular direction, maybe. Check our maps, make sure we're going in the right way.
Hey, we're gonna have to put that log post to use if we want to
Yeah, why
actually
not?
try and navigate.
Does it actually does it do anything? Just existing? Does it have does it
We have to
like
sink it, correct?
if you think it? Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Which path will you sink it to?
Where's the
1 to
map?
7.
Just roll a d7.
Yeah, I'll just roll a d7 in the roll 20.
Okay.
Actually, I can't roll a d7. That's not an option.
It
You
still
can
rolls
if you
it.
type it out. If you
Oh,
type it
okay.
out,
It'll figure
Yeah.
it out.
Slash roll.
you just don't get a proper dice. Yeah.
Yeah.
in d7. 5.
Hey.
Okay.
What does that get us
Get you 5.
Hell.
in roulette wheel?
Okay. And again, is McCleary still holding on to the log pose, or is
Yes.
who's kind of holding it now?
Yes.
I was just assumed it was McCleary because he was the navigator. Question mark? Was he?
Yeah. I'm like the first mate and the navigator.
Yeah, he's the navigator, I guess. First mate and navigator now at this point.
I would
Okay.
like to hold on to it.
Okay.
Okay.
You see the little red tip of the log pose slowly kind of adjust as it gets synced to the right path, and it begins pointing what would be kind of like I'm going to use direct cardinal directions here, but it's just sort of as if the straight is north. It would be pointing a little bit northeast.
Looky there, pretty wild, huh? I think he flips open his compass just to prove.
Yeah,
And the needle of the compass is just spinning around.
Yeah, it's going. It's like you have like a magnet on top of the compass. It's not the least bit useful.
Huh, okay.
Well, it turns out we did need this.
Oh, aye, very much so. Well, so we'll be heading in whatever direction we can assume this is.
It's kind of hard to find like a cardinal direction.
Well, we
I
can
don't
look
know,
at the sun.
That's true. Okay, there we go. There we go. Okay, all right. Thank you for the map. Fuck.
Yeah, you're going to be heading east, generally speaking.
Yes.
Okay. And
Cool.
we know for sure that if we reach the second half of the line, Monty will die. At least that's what Pitch told us.
Yeah.
So we need to make sure we find Pan before we do that.
Well, why don't we just, like, travel for a bit in a direction eastward? See if there's anything in that direction. Like islands, maybe?
Oh,
Maybe there's
We're-
somebody who could help us there.
We are going to need some more supplies. Yeah.
Hey, Myrtle, there's good thinking.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we had one day go by. Can I knock some supplies off the list?
Time to
Yeah.
go to the
Yep.
spreadsheet.
Okay,
Go
let
to
me
the
go.
spreadsheet.
It's already open and I'm editing it. You guys just keep going.
It's
and if
the
I have
spread.
a question,
Everyone's
It's-
favorite part of the campaign. It's the
the
spreadsheet.
spreadsheet.
Jazz
Riley
hands.
continues to do her accounting job even in fantasy.
Well,
What's 12 minus 4? It's 8, right? Yeah.
Are you fucking kidding?
Riley!
I'm an accountant.
Accounting. That's your job.
counting.
And I'm
What's-
doing calculus as we're playing.
What's 12 minus 1, Riley?
11d5.
Trick question. Everybody knows that you can't subtract from 12.
Ah, you got me. Okay. And let me, while we're in this little kind of hiatus, but a little pause here. To the person, the lovely Noxus in the chat. This is kind of inspired by the current state of the history in One Piece, but also I haven't read all of it, so there's going to be inaccuracy. So it's just, just inspiration. Cool. Great. So I'm sorry. You said you're going east, or are you following the log pose? What's sort of your approach here?
I think the captain's right. We should maybe just visit a few islands as we make our way. It is called paradise, after all. We should take it in. There's treasure to be found everywhere if you have a nose for it, and a bit of adventure too. That's why we're here, ain't we?
And Monty isn't going to die immediately.
No. As far as we know. He gives kind of a nervous look
Yeah.
to Monty.
The group,
So-
like, at the same time, all turns to Monty.
Monty ain't even paying attention. He just sort of looks up, gives a thumbs up, goes back to doing whatever the fuck he was doing.
Okay.
Accounting.
So, set sail eastward, I guess. To number 5.
We'll set sail eastward,
Engage.
Captain. Aye.
Okay.
Make it so.
The anchor is pulled up. Ching, 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 ching. And you begin following the log pose into the sun. Let's see here. We have a little bit more time left. So I think we have enough time for this next thing. The first few hours of following the path, very much like your days in the South Blue, especially the week going to Reverse Island. Very calm waters, very beautiful. I think probably some of you are looking up at the sky, trying to see if you can find any more sky whales or any signs of Cetarians. Nothing, at least in these few hours. The beautiful blue sky begins to get patchy with gray and darker gray. It begins to sprinkle on the deck of the ship and then rain harder. The waves begin to get more intense. And suddenly you are flashed back in memory to your very first night in the South Blue and the dangerous conditions of the storm. Unfortunately, that is not, it is not the exact same situation back then. There are no skeletons that come out of the water.
Oh, thank God.
It's something worse.
Yeah.
Instead, whoever is at the port side of the ship.
What is the port side?
That's the left. It's the left.
It's the left.
Left
Okay.
side.
So the way that I remember is port is 4 letters, left is 4 letters. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Easy peasy. Don't worry. I also had to find a way to how do I know which one's
You
which?
better learn quick or you'll be off the ship. Okay.
I found that meme on Twitter that I shared in the chat.
Right.
Yeah.
You see it's hard to see currents usually because they're not visible. You would have to have a much higher satellite image to get an idea of a large course of water and its movement. And even then, you kind of have to use special maps and stuff. You can see the water kind of move straight and then curve and then curve and then curve. It begins at slow at first, and then you feel the ship begin to tilt to the port side a little bit. Who's, if anyone, in the crow's nest?
Me.
Oh my God.
You have a great perspective on this because you're so high up. You can see the full extent of the massive whirlpool.
Oh, don't say these words to me.
As the ship is now on the outermost edge of this cyclone, along with the rain falling from the sky, thunder cracks. What are y'all doing?
Scream.
Shit.
Okay, it's leaning towards port side, right?
That's
It's
correct.
leaning. Okay, I'm gonna try to run over to the other side, the opposite side. Starboard? Is that what
Yes.
it's called?
Correct.
Yes.
Starboard.
Good job.
Yeah, starboard side and try to get attention. Maybe if we put all of our weight
Oh my
on
God.
this side of the boat, we can balance
This
it.
isn't a city bus. We're
Yeah.
I don't know. That's what the kind of boat that is.
You saying
You're
Bust
thousands of
has just
pounds.
unlocked fucking middle school memories in me.
Oh fuck.
I'm gonna
Oh,
check what spells I have as well. See if I can.
Oh,
We're
actually,
going into a
that's
storm?
Jesus.
We're going
no,
to a
we're going into a
whirlpool.
fucking whirlpool.
That's way worse,
Oh,
Jonah.
Oh shit. Okay. Can we
Hey
drop
guys,
the
the
anchor?
ocean's a sink!
Drop
And
the anchor.
somebody's pulled the plug!
Drop the anchor.
Oh, they
No, don't drop the anchor.
don't drop.
That ain't gonna fucking help.
McCleary,
Are we dropping it or are we not dropping it? Make up your
he
minds.
He's already got it.
we're not
half
dropping it.
off,
Listen.
And then
He
puts it down.
rushes to the helm, looking like shit. Super determined
Yeah, right?
and really scared. Probably the first time you've seen him actually this scared, besides maybe fighting Achilles. And he says, "Turn all the sails to the wind, whatever direction it's blowing." And then I grab the helm and I'd like to try and fight against the current.
Okay.
Oh shit. Okay.
While you're doing
Your
that,
bare
who's
hands.
responding to McCleary's call?
I think I would, just because I've sort of been on about how Takai is kind of manning the sails, so I think he's probably doing a lot of the untying and tying to get the sails.
Yeah, I think all of us should.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the only thing that we need to do right now.
Yeah, we're gonna die if we don't.
Can I cast Gust of Wind to sort of have the wind blow, help our sails
yeah.
blow the other way?
Hold on.
Would you mind reading the description of Gust of Wind? please?
Yeah. A line of strong wind 60 feet long and 60 feet wide blasts from you in a direction you choose for the spell's duration. Each creature that starts its turn in the line must succeed. Okay, no one's going to be in my way. Any creature.
What's
in
the
line,
duration?
The duration is up to 1 minute.
Okay. Totally.
Yeah, just like a little kick, like, you know, when like you just gun it in a car.
I like it. I think that will give advantage on McCleary's check. So McCleary, as you like try to get control of the helm and shift the ship away from the whirlpool, I'm going to have you make the same check you made earlier, which I think we said was dexterity plus proficiency modifier.
Yes.
You will have advantage because of what Monty did. And before you roll, I think the DC on this is, I don't have my thing in front of me, I think it's going to be 15.
Okay.
Do you want a 15?
Don't fuck up, old man.
Here we go. That, okay, good thing it's advantage. Let's
okay.
not fucking fail.
Oh,
Okay.
thank God.
Okay. You are able to just, along with the gust of wind, kind of gives the ship a kick to the side. You're like skirting on the edge of the current, and you can still feel the ship being like pulled in. And the sight before you, Sunny, is absolutely terrifying because the inside of the whirlpool, the part of the middle, it looks like it just goes straight down to the bottom of the ocean. At least that's what it looks like. This is a whirlpool, and you're not sure how the ship's going to be able to get, anywhere close to the middle there and make it through. This is extremely dangerous. McCleary, tries to force the ship to the starboard side, and you're getting a lot of progress. The ship is not fully caught in, and that avoids you falling deeper into the current. The problem is that you are still in a storm here. And so the overall condition of the water is such that you really need to get some distance from this in order to fully get out. So you need to get one more successful check to be totally free of the power of this world.
So for this one, I would like to do both. Use my invisible mage hand, which I have now, always, which is fucking rad. And I will assist everybody. It's basically like 2 extra hands. Tying ropes off and pulling down sails and things like that. Yeah.
Cool. Razim, what are you doing?
I'm helping any way I can. Whatever anyone's asking me to do, I'm trying to run around and help assist. That's basically what I'm doing.
Cool. And what's little Z's doing?
Screaming.
He's running around panicking.
Just doing the Kermit flail.
Yeah, pretty much.
We're all gonna die. Okay.
Yeah, pretty much.
Excellent. Cool. All right.
Can I by any chance use my knowledge of weather, and because I've been on the seas before and stuff like that, so with my knowledge of like the seas and fishing and stuff like that, can I probably help like with if any giant waves are coming or anything like that, finding a break in it or pointing that towards everyone so that there's an easier way to get out of the momentum of this?
Yes, I like that.
To time the gust of wind at the right time so we can get out of the momentum of it.
Nice. So you're kind of coordinating the magic that Monty's using and like the action on the deck while McCleary is on the helm. Everyone's at their action stations. I think the combined effect of all of this is one, you'll get advantage on this check, McCleary. And I think the DC is now going to be lower, both because of what Myrtle's doing, but also because you're out of the most dangerous part of the whirlpool. That said, should you fail the check, you'll be back in the exact same spot you were previously in terms of how dangerous this is. So now you need to make a 13. Same check, advantage.
Okay.
Whew. That almost hit that one. I was about to freak out.
See if you crit and the ship flies.
I mean, it is advantage.
Just fly on out.
Nope.
Okay, cool. You are able to successfully, with a combined team effort, maybe the first time y'all have actually worked together successfully. You're able to pull the ship away from the whirlpool into a safe patch of water that you can continue moving forward. The wind is pushing you in the right direction. The log pose in one hand, the wheel with the other hand. You are still following that path. You can see behind you that whirlpool is continuing behind you. And Sunny, from your position at the top of the ship, you are very thankful that the crew has been able to successfully avoid that path of danger. The stormy conditions continue for maybe an hour or two more. No more whirlpools or skeletons from the sea afflict you. This is now just being able to basically handle the sea. I think, the what the camera would pan to now is like a montage of each person on the ship helping everyone else out, holding the sails, holding the ropes, Myrtle and McCleary and Canis shouting out various orders as the ship continues to go through the waves. There are large waves crashing into the ship, large gusts of wind carrying seawater into your face. This is a pretty intense moment. Everyone has to be kind of on during the entirety of the storm. You can't really rest here. I think I want to get a Constitution saving throw from everyone just to get a sense of like, are you able to what can your stamina maintain over the course of these next hour or two before this storm is over? So this will be pretty simple. DC is 12. Con save for everyone, please.
Okay.
Wait,
why am I
for everyone?
Oh,
Okay. I want to use my Tides of Chaos to give me advantage.
Okay.
On the
Go,
Oh, shit.
Myrtle!
Oh shit, Myrtle!
I've done this
Nice.
shit before.
It's like a storm. That's nothing.
Constitution saving throw. What is that? Okay, 21, and the next one is 17, so 21.
Excellent. You're good. All right. I don't think anyone failed. Or did we get everyone to roll? What did Sunny roll?
Freya. I rolled a 15. Nobody rolled for Freya because she left.
What's Freya's con modifier? If you have it on this.
Let me
thing.
double check really fast. I forgot. It is 1.
Plus
So
1?
Yeah, plus 1.
Cool. Did a roll?
Yep.
Okay, so Freya takes a point of exhaustion,
Oh god.
which I think is fair. Everyone else is cool. The storm, after a grueling hour or two, if you're not covered in seawater or you're not somewhat soaked, you are covered in sweat. I think everyone from Sunny on down. Finally, there is a break in the clouds. The rain begins to slow to a trickle and then to nothing. Bits of sunlight break through. It's still, afternoon anyway, so the sun is beginning to set just a little bit over the horizon. But you have made it through a grueling sort of first test of the sea, at least one that you're able to handle the ship without having to worry about enemies in the process. The lookout, so Sunny, you see as the sky begins to clear in the direction that the ship is pointed to, you see an island in the distance.
Ooh. So I'm just writing this down because I'll never remember.
Can I just say one thing real quick?
Mm-hmm.
As we're coming down from the storm, I walk up to Canis, and I say, "Sorry about that, Captain. I didn't mean to undermine your authority there.
No, you could have saved our lives.
I have some experience in storms, and let me tell you, he just pats you on the shoulder and sort of walks away.
Thank you, McCleary.
Aye, sir.
It's all about working together.
Aye, that it is.
Takai just kind of turns to Razine and says, "Hey, keep that up enough and you're probably going to get blisters sometime."
What?
Oh, just
Like,
doing
he's
work
confused.
doing work on the ship. Eventually, your hands are gonna blister over. Then you'll know you're a real pirate.
Oh. Thank you. He thumbs up and smiles.
Myrtle, really quickly, as he's going back to his quarters, after things have calmed down a bit, you notice that he, in all these dangerous situations, where he's usually a little bit more grumpy and a little bit slower, like after something like this, he has a little bit of a spark in his eye. Like this is what he was used to doing a long time ago. And he kind of goes by Canis as he's going back to his quarters, and he just passingly under his breath says, "It suits you, you know." And he walks back to his cabin.
Sonny, the island that is in front of you, as you kind of get closer, you see ships for the first time in the Grand Line.
Oh,
every single one of them has some version of a pirate flag. Now, I will ask this: have y'all changed out the Shades flag?
Oh man, no, I guess not yet.
We don't have a design for a new
we don't
one
have a
yet.
design.
We haven't had a
gotta
craft
hire.
day.
Yeah.
You don't
we
have
haven't
a you don't have a name yet or a ship name yet. Okay.
Does she have a generic Jolly Roger?
No. If you recall, she has it is
like
skull and bones,
in the
but it
loot,
has
like, yeah, it's a skull with shades, right?
right.
I meant like, do we have a spare flag
Is there like
laying
a,
around anywhere?
is there
Just,
like a
just a
pi-
plain one?
Yeah,
Like
plain old
like
skull
a
and crossbones.
template.
Is there like a
Hoist
pirate
colors?
version of? Is there like a
Lorem
pirate version
ipsum
of
dolor.
like fire or something?
We have our flag means death day. We're just
I don't think it would make sense why she would have a plain flag, like a generic pirate flag.
it's her baby
Just-
pirate flag.
Just in case. I mean, you can certainly get. I don't think it should be expensive to buy a flag.
Nah,
Or
fuck
to
that.
get
We're
a
gonna steal it.
I mean, I'm sure there's a Walmart nearby. You can just pick one up.
It's totally. There's definitely a Target on this island. You know, you could just.
But then
We have-
she is well known, fairly well known, and we are sailing around with her flag up.
Yeah, we should take that fucking
Do
down.
we have black paint and a white sail?
Oh my god.
Just like paint some bullshit.
What are you gonna do? Just draw a massive
A
dick
skull
on
and
the sail?
crossbones.
Okay.
Why would it be a dick?
Why would it be a dick? Yeah.
I don't know.
Give me the shit.
Shits and
Monty will
gigs.
draw
Oh
a
my
sky
God.
whale on
There we
it.
go. That's nice.
Is that
That's no
actually
strong
what you're
feelings
doing?
one way or the
Monty?
other.
No.
Yeah.
wait, what?
Well, if you guys want to, Monty's good at art. He can paint a sky whale on it.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be forever.
Yeah.
Besides, changing
It's kind
our
of a
flag is
shitty
like-
sky whale, but it's nice enough.
Yeah, just don't draw any dicks and you can get
Yeah.
dumb cool.
No,
Okay.
that's below Monty.
It could be there
It's
for a
not.
bit.
So I don't want to write this down. Sky whale on flag. Is it? Where's his position vis-a-vis the skull and crossbones with shades?
We presumably take Shades' flag down and put this
Yeah,
one up.
yeah.
That sky
So this
whale.
is a black flag that's just a white sky wheel on it.
Oh, a white flag, presumably.
With
With
a
have
black
white canvas with a black.
What did you just
sky-
take like a spare bed sheet and drew a sky
Yeah,
whale
let's
on
just,
it?
like-
So the flag is a white flag with a black drawing of a.
Can we not be as much of an embarrassment as possible to the entire?
I'm not
pirates?
disputing. It's 100% your call. I'm just trying to clarify what exactly this looks like. So
Yeah,
it's
okay,
a,
Shit.
yeah.
it's
In
a
my
white-
imagining, I was thinking we have spare sails. Maybe we could even take one from our stores, of our actual spreadsheet. And if we have
Oh,
paint
yeah.
or anything, it would be a white
Like a
sail,
real-
white
yeah.
canvas. We
White
could cut it
canvas.
to size or to
Right.
to a flag, and we could paint any sort of
Yes.
iconography we
True,
wanted
yeah.
on it.
That's easy enough. You definitely had enough to spend to get some paint, I think, at Black Bay. It's a pirate hangout. They have stuff to make flags. So, again, white flag. The image that you're painting on it is a sky whale.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like
As
up
you're
in the
painting it-
clouds, kinda.
As you paint it, McCleary comes over and scratches his head and he says, I was thinking more like a skull and crossbones or something, lad, but
Monty ignores you. He
the
gets in
flying
his face with a sky whale.
that's a real. Hey, he just walks away.
Oh, no.
Okay, let me.
I'll draw this in my sketchbook later.
I really actually want to see what this looks like.
Don't forget the barnacles on the side. It's important detail.
Barnacle.
Okay. As you get closer to this island, it starts to kind of come into view what at least the most visible imagery or what's kind of going on here. You see a port with countless ships, small, medium, large, all of them with some variation of a pirate flag. The island itself is kind of smaller than you were expecting, but it has a large building, a large facility built onto it that's visible even out here from a mile or two away from the shoreline. It has, you see golden light, yellows, reds flash out from the exterior. You can kind of faintly hear the sounds of partying, excitement through the air. And as you get even closer, close enough where you can see, the panels of wood on the other ships to give you some idea of how close you are. You get a sense of, you can start smelling the luxurious smells of foods coming from the inside of this facility, this building, this palace-like space, including some that remind you of home that you haven't tasted yet since you've left Seeker's Cove. At the front of this large building, visible from a mile away, is a sign in bright yellow lettering that says, "The Lucky Clover of Kajino."
Ooh.
Okay, let me type.
Out
How do I
in
spell
front,
Kajino?
Kajino.
Okay, I thought it was gonna be a C.
Out in front of the building, you can see a large fountain blasting out in various formations of water, perhaps magically crafted, it's hard to say. All you know is that the water, like some kind of modern light show, creates images of hearts and of ships and gold coins and cards. It flashes through the 4 different faces of a deck of cards. The first island of the Grand Line is perhaps, for some pirates, a great attraction, certainly for anyone who is up and coming. The resort, the casino, the back rooms of the Lucky Clover of Kajino Island. And we'll pick it up there.
Pachinko!
Let's go.
Now I know what that gift was about, Ruben.
Kajino Island, baby. Time to lose some money and maybe a cat.
Hey, Sonny, spot me 10 gold.
I'll steal you 10 gold.
I can steal my own 10 gold.
I've been so good at stealing, it's time to ramp it up and start stealing money.
One of the things that we're gonna experiment here is, because each of these islands can be totally different, it can be a little fun of different genres if we can play it. So I'm excited to see how that goes. Well, everyone who joined us tonight, thank you so much for hopping in. Let me give a quick shout out again to the folks who helped make tonight's game possible. These are the folks who contributed assets to the game. Julian Rush, Vieira, and Swaffle for various art assets. Nuke Crush for the campaign logo, which is still to date fantastic, and the Twitch layout. Nathaniel for running the stream, and Jonah for hosting the stream. We will be here again next week, same time. Again, if you're new, Session 7 will begin at 7 p.m. Pacific, 10 o'clock Eastern, middle of the night if you're in Europe. If you missed the game we have there is a channel where all the VODs are being placed. And of course, we keep a recap document available, so in case you miss anything, it is available for y'all to peruse. We are in the Grand Line, and we're now going to be at the first island. We'll see how you guys handle a casino environment.
I'm excited.
Well, we know how I handled one. Monty will handle it the same. Wake up missing an earring and $20 in the sauna room of the ship.
Thank you all so much again for coming. We'll see you all next week, and let's say goodnight, everyone.
Good night, everyone.
Good morning.
Jonah, are you going to stream after this?
No, I changed my mind. I'm very tired.
All right. That's fair.
Yeah.
Anyone you want me to raid, or
We can ride Riss.
All right,
Let's raid
sounds good.
Riss.
All right, I'll see you guys later. Bye.
Bye.
All right, guys, we're going to raid into Riss really fast. Raid Riss TV. All right, you will see a black screen for a small moment because I have to host things on that channel as well. And then we're going to play some videos and VODs for subathon and stuff like that. It's going to be great. The subathon is continuing to go throughout the entire week. She just did a maid cafe one, which was fun. So I'll see you guys over there. Bye. Alright guys, the thing will be back up shortly. I'm going to play some things for you guys to sleep to.